This is a HeadGum podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything. This is a special Halloween edition of All Fantasy Everything. We are here drafting candy.
Woohoo!
Yes!
Candy!
It's an evergreen topic, but especially right now in late October.
For some reason.
It's
on everybody's mind.
For some reason that
and everybody's hips.
On everybody, yeah, twice on the hips even. For some reason that goes back to like a dead saint thousands of years ago. This is when we eat candy. Let me introduce the guests. You've already heard from them. Today, helping me fantasy draft candy, we have the comedian, the writer. She's a podcast host as well. We have Eden Dranger.
Hi.
Eden, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited. The competitive juices are flowing already. Though.
My sugar high is about to crash.
It is. Oh, did you pregame? Did you get some candy in you before this?
I had like a sugary drink, but it will be candy later. I promise.
That's good. Do you we should say this for the draft. Does a sugary drink count to you as candy, or is it a whole different
I do.
world?
Yeah, absolutely.
You absolutely, especially you like put some Skittles in there.
Yeah.
You can follow Eden on Twitter appropriately at Eden_eats.
Yes.
In addition to that, you have your own show called Snacks and Hacks.
I do.
Can you tell us about that really quick?
Yeah, Snacks and Hacks. We talk about life hacks.
Yes.
And snackable goods because no one talks about them.
No,
we talk about meals all the time. No one talks about snacks.
I love like a good. So, what snacks are in rotation for you right now? What can you hit the people to?
So. We know we interviewed Paul Feig today, and we just thought about this. We're like,
check that out, by the way. If you're listening to this,
it'll be probably out next week.
Check that out later.
Yeah,
after
check it out later when we edit it because we're slow. We were going to do lobster, so we're going to find a way to incorporate lobster into a snack.
Nobody has ever.
That's the trick, really.
Because when Paul Feig, who always dresses up in a suit,
right.
talks to you about snacks, we asked him, like, do you eat snacks? And he's like, no, I eat caviar. And because why would he?
Right, exactly. Yeah,
because he wears a waistcoat for crying out loud.
He wears a bow tie for crying out loud.
Cocktail attire, no problem for him.
No.
Going back to a convo we had off the air.
And I've been really obsessing over lobstery things. There's this lobster truck. Have you guys seen it? Their cousin's lobster.
Does it look like a lobster, or is it like a food truck that sells
lobster?
Food truck that sells. It's not as fun, but it's still cool.
Yeah, and they had one. I went to Hilarity for Charity last week.
Absolutely.
And they had them there, and I'm like, I'm using this VIP ticket for a reason.
Did you get a lobster roll with mayonnaise or a lobster roll with butter? Because those are the two sort of
I know.
looks.
I kind of like it with butter.
You like it with the butter? Does mayonnaise gross you out? Some people can't do mayonnaise.
I don't like mayo. Well, I like the drawn butter.
More for me.
Yeah, more for you. Please take all those raw egg yolks.
I'll take your, I've told this story in another podcast. I'll say it again really quick. One time I was at my aunt's for Passover, and she just ambushed me with a spoonful of homemade mayonnaise.
What? That's not even a Passover.
She was just like, hey, I made something. Do you want to try it? It's messed up, right?
Yes. That's not even healthy.
Exactly. Right. She was like, I made something.
Sacrilegious.
Would you want to try it? I was like, I would love to try it. I love you. You're my aunt. And then it was a spoonful of mayonnaise. And I just had to sit there and eat a spoonful of mayonnaise. Like I was getting hazed into like a not that tough frat. Like that was their idea.
Just a spoonful of mayonnaise.
That would not help the medicine.
Makes the cholesterol go insane.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, makes the cholesterol go apeshit.
Through the roof.
Oh, can I curse here? Is that okay?
Absolutely, you can cuss. Hell, damn. Yeah, totally. Whoa. Yeah, sorry.
The filth.
Well, now we're going to have to put that on that explicit content warning. The other voice you hear on that microphone is Mr. Jon Cryer, actor, podcaster himself.
Why, yes.
2-time Emmy winner.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Do you ever hold him up to your face like you're answering a phone call?
Yes.
I would do that all the time.
I hide behind the door. It's like when people, make deliveries or something like that.
Yeah.
I pretend the phone rang, and then I hold it up. I'm like, oh, hey,
Oh, that's not my phone.
No. Oh,
and then you pick up the other Emmy, and you're, hello. Oh, I did it again.
Or it's like if your wife wants you to do the dishes, be like, I can't. My Emmy phone is ringing.
Is
Yeah.
ringing.
I
I
gotta
have
take
to get
this.
it.
Show
I gotta
business
get it.
is calling.
They're very pointy, though. I discovered when you hold it up. To
There's
your
one in
face.
our
You
office.
could-
They're heavy and sharp.
And yes,
It's like a murder. It's absolutely a murder weapon.
What a horrible problem to have.
it's a
Emmy
metaphor
winning
for
people.
fame. That's what it is.
Yes, it is. It's heavy and sharp, but you want it, and it's gold, and it's a lady that you. Yeah, and I don't know what the lady part. I just started sounding like I
it
turned
says
into
a lot
Jerry
about
Lewis
you.
at the
It's
end of
fine.
it. It's pointy and sharp and a lady. People may know you, John, from Pretty in Pink, 2.5 Men. I love you doing Hot Shots personally. One of my all-time favorites.
you.
And
Thank you.
people can also check out, you're on a podcast called Undisclosed right now. You tell people about that a little bit?
Super serious podcast.
Yes.
Basically, Undisclosed came out of the Serial podcast.
Yes.
Which was the story of Adnan Syed, its first season. Well, 3 lawyers, one of whom actually knew Adnan, got together and started investigating the minutiae of the case.
Yeah.
And have actually recently gotten his case vacated.
He's like up for bail now.
He
or
is
something,
up,
Yeah.
yes,
right?
exactly, and they do remarkable work. At any rate, this year they're working on a new case. A kid named Joey Watkins. Well, he's no longer a kid; he's been in jail for
Right.
18 years.
Former kid.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but he was a kid when he was arrested.
Yikes.
And I co-host the show with them.
Yeah.
and it's been great. It's because I'm a true crime nerd. And basically, they were trying to find. It's like, what can we find somebody on TV who's willing to read like 128-page legal briefs? And I am that nerd.
You were the only one. Yeah.
I was the only one.
John lifts up his hand. He's like, I will volunteer.
Yes, I went into that breach, and it's been great.
It came down to you and the NFL Network's Michael Irvin. Right? I believe it was the two of you up for the
very
job.
small, select group.
That's amazing.
That
That's
really is amazing.
that sounds way more interesting, and no offense, than Serial Season 2 did to me. Because that was really interesting, and it was great
And
storytelling.
then they changed it. To
But
like
I got so
something
caught up.
completely-
Yeah, I got so caught up in like the legalese part of it and all that I just kept wanting more.
Well,
that sounds
I
fantastic.
enjoyed season 2 of Serial.
I did too. I did too.
did.
I'm sorry. I bet that was shade that I didn't mean to be shade.
Well,
Don't
no,
worry,
it's-
it's still on the top charts.
All right. Good. Yeah. They're doing fine.
They're doing
not-
fine.
Yeah, and I don't
They're
worry
still getting
about
their Survey Monkey money, or what is it, MailChimp money.
Yeah.
Mail a
Keep?
chimp.
Mail
Mail-
Their MailChimp money.
But boy, that was money well spent. Those male Kimp
That
people.
was.
Boy, they just said, "Oh, we'll do this. They're doing a little podcast. Well, hey, they can do a little ad."
What a boom! That's like a crazy
What
amount of
the
bang for your buck, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That
God
male
bless
Kimp,
them.
that male Kimp lady's now doing. She's doing like the improvs and stuff. Just goes,
Oh, I hope not. She
Tour-
drives
no,
me
she's
She's
crazy.
bumping Ian Karmel at the improv.
she's opening for me.
Could you get the MailChimp lady do 10 minutes? Thanks.
I called her. Yeah, just go over up there and say "chimp weird ways" for 10 minutes.
I'd watch that show.
I would be a fun show, right? At least like a web series, for God's sake. John, also you have a memoir out right now called "So That Happened."
Yes, which is
Yeah.
all the batshit crazy stuff that's happened to me in 30 years of being in show business.
Absolutely. Now
I
go
feel like
page by page through that book for us.
Could you do a sequel?
Well, unfortunately, I'd have to wait another 30 years to do a sequel. But yeah, but thankfully, my life is a little less batshit now.
Oh,
That's
good.
fantastic.
Which makes for boring books.
Now a crazy night for you is you're coming to a podcast studio
Yes.
in downtown Los Angeles.
And my wife is like, "Oh, you get to do all the kinds of fun stuff." I'm like,
Yeah.
"This is the fun stuff." Like what happened to strip clubs and
Right?
me and Motley Crue hanging out. That was the 80s.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
You can still hang out with Motley Crue, but now it would be
It's
like a
kinda
podcast
sad
you guys
now,
do
actually.
together. Yeah.
Hey guys, we'd be like going over our medications.
Right, exactly. I feel like Motley Crue may need a few more just after that, how hard they were living.
They might.
They might need a couple more. So that's amazing. Check out that book. Could I suggest a sequel that you could write right now?
Please do.
So that didn't happen. And then it's just everything that didn't happen to you.
Mind
It's a way bigger
blown.
book.
But
You're
almost
right.
happened.
You're right. There's so much more.
Did you almost do something? Yeah.
So that is who is with us today. We are drafting Candy. I'm so glad to have you guys here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the way we determine draft order, as always, is the two of you will play rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins decides what the order is going to be. And it is a rock, paper, scissors shoot. So on shoot, you throw out
Okay.
whatever it was.
Just to give you a warning.
Yes.
I'm going to do paper.
Okay.
See but that's a psych out.
love this.
See,
yeah.
because now she's wondering, well, is he gonna
do paper?
Is he gonna do paper?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh
Okay,
my
here we
God,
go.
I can't wait to see what happens. Eden, you look scared. You actually look a lot more afraid than right before he said that.
Yeah.
There's concern washed across your face. I'm
Okay.
going to narrate the rock, paper, scissors, though we're
Okay.
a very fun sporting event. All right, I'm not. Go ahead. Play rock, paper, scissors, and we'll
Okay.
see if he's true to his word.
All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
It was 2 papers!
Whoa!
2 papers!
Whoa! She called my bluff.
Oh,
she
my
called
God.
my bluff.
It's
my
bedlam.
testicles just retracted into my body.
They-
Nobody's ever done that. Nobody has ever done that.
It went paper. John is flustered.
I'm flustered.
We have to do it. We have to do it
okay,
again.
gotta do it again.
We have
okay,
to do it again.
By the way, just so you didn't see this, but this was the most awkward Rochambeau
Very
ever.
It looked like a
We
baby
were-
giraffe standing
It looked
up.
like
What are we doing? What are we doing?
we did not play sports, right? You have 2 people doing a fantasy draft who never have played sports in their lives. Okay, so
Very
ready?
socially awkward.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I win.
He switched it up to
I
scissors.
switched it up to scissors.
John beat Aiden's
Boom.
Eden scissors to paper.
Boom.
He did, guys.
The competition. I almost just want the rest of the podcast to be
I've been
rock,
benched.
paper, scissors. All right, John, you won rock, paper, scissors,
I
so you
did.
get to determine the order of the draft.
Oh, okay.
Who's going to pick first?
Great. Who's going to pick first?
And that has its advantages and disadvantages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say who picks first. I'm going to say you.
All right. I very rarely get to pick first. I'm happy to do it.
Yeah,
See?
there you go.
Would you like to go second, or would you like Eden to go second?
I'm gonna go third.
You're
I was
gonna
gonna
go
say I
third.
bet cleanup, but that's fourth.
Yeah.
which wouldn't be third.
you're-
But see, I do know something about
That is sports, yeah. If fourth is cleanup, you're like make a mess a little bit. That's
Yeah.
third. Yeah.
There, okay.
Sounds like a
so I would
sex
be
reference.
third.
Make a mess a little bit. Bat and cleanup. It kind of does sound like
Yeah.
a sex. Or it sounds like the person who has to come in after the sex, which is
yeah.
also not good. Eden, so you're going second.
Okay.
And John, you will be third in the draft. So let's get it started with the very first pick in the All Fantasy Everything Candy Draft. I am going to take the Butterfinger.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ian came to
absolutely.
play.
I did come to play.
That's a
But
serious one.
It's a serious. I always loved Chico sticks.
Yes.
I'm a Chico stick man.
Okay.
A Butterfinger is nothing but a Chico stick wearing a velveteen robe of chocolate.
True.
That's all it is.
That's true.
It's-
Well, we're going to come up against that a lot. You realize that
There is a
many
lot- there
of
is
these candies are just recombinations
of other candies. Yes.
Well, also
Much
there's
like Hollywood, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that you
Joseph
mention
Campbell spoke on the Butterfinger. No.
Have you guys seen the Butterfinger reboot? With all female Butterfingers?
Growing up, I'll still mess with a Butterfinger every now and then, but growing up, there was nothing that made me happier than walking into a 7-Eleven or fill in whatever convenience store you had in your town and grabbing like a king-size Butterfinger. Because when you're little, that thing feels like a sword in your hand. It's gigantic.
It's gigantic,
A Butterfinger's so big that it has to be broken in the middle.
That's
you
what
know?
felt like a sword in your hand?
That's what it felt like, a sword. Not all so blessed, all right? No, it just felt hefty. It was big, and then you unwrapped it. And Bart Simpson was involved in the marketing of the Butterfinger. Nobody better lay a finger on it.
Yes, that's true.
We can't forget that.
It's very serious.
It's to me.
But now, okay,
yes.
I'm going to throw you off.
Please go on.
What about a Clark bar, which is a Butterfinger?
It is a Butterfinger. It's with a marketing problem.
Exactly. You're right.
That's what
Clark is kind of stuck
Clark
up.
is
Yeah.
like the Joey of Friends.
Yeah.
Like, remember they did that show called Joey?
Oh, right. Like
Yeah.
the
And
didn't
spinoff.
do
Yeah.
so well.
Can't, yeah.
Yeah,
hold his own
Clark.
show.
Clark isn't coming to party, but the Butterfinger is sort of a weird.
Clark is an ugly bar, isn't it?
Is it an ugly bar?
No, it's
I can't
perfectly fine.
picture-
It's not as substantial as the Butterfinger, as you like a sword in your hand.
No.
Apparently, King Arthur over here.
Absolutely.
Lancelot.
What did you do with the Charleston Chew? That must have been like.
I'll tell you what I did. I'll
lance.
tell you what I did when it comes off the board. If it comes off the board.
you're right.
If it-
I got to stop. I'm bringing up too many.
You've
of
already
these.
blown the Clark bar pick.
Okay.
The Clark bar, no, it's not. The Clark bar looks a lot like a Butterfinger. It's just not as rounded. It's got a little more of a ripple to it. It's got sort of like
Yeah.
like unsteady waters.
Like,
That's what they were going for. They were going for sort
it's
of
the
a.
acne version.
It's sort of the it is the pubescent Butterfinger.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you: is the Butterfinger? Do you think supposed to taste like butter? Is that the origin of the name?
I thought they wanted it to be a little bit like peanut butter.
Yeah. Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery.
Crispity, crunchity, human parts.
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird. The finger kind of turns me off.
You don't like the finger part of it?
No, it's like a butter toe.
Like human anatomy being
butter
mentioned.
elbow.
Butter lobe.
Butter
lobe.
Oh, I would eat a butter lobe.
I would get a pack of butter lobes. Like if they came in like a packet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a small, clear plastic.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Butter lobe.
Butter lobe. Crispity crunchy peanut buttery, by the way, so it is supposed to be peanut buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The Butterfinger, of course. It's my first pick.
But what is the finger portion? What is that made of? Do we have any idea?
Fingers.
Like the inside of it?
Index
bones,
fingers.
human bones.
It is. It's ground up human bones.
You know, it does sound like you're eating teeth when you're eating it.
Yeah,
Right?
and it does. It gets stuck. It embeds itself
Everywhere.
in the crevices of your teeth. Like it will make your teeth feel flat.
It will give you 30,000 cavities.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I grew up eating Butterfingers and I've never had a cavity. Also, I haven't been to the dentist in 9 years.
So you might have
Probably
undiscovered
Could be some
cavities.
stealth
there may be
cavities.
some undisclosed cavities in my mouth right now.
Oh, that's a whole podcast. Undisclosed cavities.
Undisclosed cavities. Yeah. That's also my noise rap band, Undisclosed Cavities. Yeah. So Butterfinger, I had to go with the first pick.
Okay.
I couldn't let anyone else have it. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep tonight if somebody else had Butterfinger in their Halloween bag. Ooh, that's a fun way to think about this.
So was that like the prized possession in your Halloween bag growing up?
The more Butterfingers, the better. When I looked into the bag and I saw yellow in there looking back at me, I was stoked. And I like every iteration. Like when they did Butterfinger BBs.
Mm-hmm.
You remember those ones where they
Yeah.
were like sort of loose floating little
Those are better.
globes? You prefer a Butterfinger BB?
Yeah, because like biting into it a whole finger
Yeah.
was just like intense. And the BB's just, I don't know.
They were a
Poppable.
little more, you could pop them, you could do a toss, which is fun with a little candy.
That's kind of cocky.
I like it. It is a cocky.
Asshole just sits there. Like,
Asshole does
Fuck
that.
you, Carmel. Yeah.
Yes, that's what Donald Trump does with his Butterfinger.
Yeah,
someone with
absolutely.
a monocle
He's
does
a
that.
dick.
He probably
Someone
does.
with a monocle,
Or he has-
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. He has
That would
Mr.
be
he's-
cannibalism.
What if he did like an
know.
island of Dr. Moreau where he bred a real Mr. Peanut to feed him peanuts? Just like a tiny, horrible creature that begs only for death.
Or like a
I
Mr.
love that idea.
Or like a Mr. Monopoly.
Oh, and Mr. Monopoly.
Yes, Monocle Man.
Donald Trump would be friends with him. Now we have to confront a horrible
I was
reality.
good friends with him. I was. It was. He was tremendous. Tremendous friend.
Eden, you bring up a horrible reality that we have to. The Monopoly guy would probably be kind of a dick,
Oh yeah.
right?
I mean, the fact that he like supports McDonald's, like
He does support him. He's a big Monsanto. He's
I
heavily
know.
invested in Monsanto. What is the Monopoly man's role? Is he the mayor? He's not the mayor, is he? Of Atlantic City, where Monopoly takes place?
Oh, that's a good question
Who the
because
fuck
he
is the
like
Monopoly
hands out
man?
the community chest. What
Yeah.
the fuck is that?
have you guys seen a community chest in any city?
No, I have not.
I demand to see your community chest.
But then when you get when he's broke, it's him.
He's penniless.
Yes, he's penniless.
That sounds like Donald Trump.
He
does,
does.
yeah.
You know, you're right. The parallels are very strong.
Are we the Monopoly man?
Whoa. Only if we pass go and collect
Absolutely.
$200.
Speaking of passing, we have passed my first pick, and we are moving on now to Eden Dranger.
Okay.
You have the second pick, your first pick of the first round of
Okay.
the candy draft. You are on the clock. There's no clock, but you're on it.
Okay. So mine is Whoppers.
Oh!
I knew I'd get a reaction.
I love a malted ball.
I love a malted ball.
This is why you were so big on the Butterfinger BBs.
I think so. I know, right?
Big on the Butterfinger
You so big on the Butterfinger BBs. I'm sorry to interrupt. Please talk us through your Whoppers pick.
Just because, first of all, kind of awesome that now, I don't know if you guys been abroad to like London, but they have Maltesers there.
Sure.
And now they're bringing it here, which blew my mind. I was like, what? What are the Whopper people going to think?
I love that you worry about their
I love that this-
business
Clutching
model.
pearls.
I know this because I was watching daytime news.
Yes.
And they were saying, oh, by the way, between the, dumb dog that got saved today, Maltesers are coming to the U.S.
Oh my God.
So,
like a Maltese dog got saved or something like that? Or what?
What kind of stupid shit they have on daytime news?
Were they like, oh, it's another British invasion, but this time with malted candy?
Which is the right one.
That
Yes.
would have been, yeah. Available for any
We're
news service.
Brexiting and chill.
Yeah.
Some dumb joke like that. They always tell the dumbest jokes,
They
too.
love it. There is a clip. I'm interrupt you for 1 second,
Go
just
for
because
it.
I don't think about it and tell people. There's a clip right now If you just type into YouTube like newscaster man set on fire. What? Just look that up. It's one of the funniest. I'll show you guys off air. Okay. It's one of the funniest YouTube. No one's ever on fire. It's just like a newscaster being like not pausing at the right moment.
Right.
It's an amazing video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Whoppers. The Whopper.
Anyway,
or Maltesers.
Whoppers. Let's
whatever.
get back to the Whoppers.
Kind of the happy days of candy. It makes it harkens back to an age that existed before me.
I love the taste of malt. I didn't know I liked it until I had a Whopper. And I was like, what's malt? I don't know. I guess I like it.
I guess I'll eat it.
Yeah.
I love that that's your attitude.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. I'll eat it.
You end up eating a lot of bad stuff. Like, what is this, a rock? Oh, I'll eat
Okay.
it.
I mean, I don't know how people end up eating chicken. Oh my gosh, that chicken has a period?
Yeah.
What? We're going to eat its eggs. It's like, okay. How did we get to that?
It's not technically a period.
It's an abortion.
Exactly. Don't make it gross.
I'd like my
eating
abortion
chicken
sunny
abortion.
side up, please. With fungus, please.
What is malt? Do you know what malt is?
That's a good question. I don't.
Isn't it a grain? Isn't it like a...
I think it is.
Is that an element on the periodic table?
It is. Maltonium.
Next to like chromium or something? And malt, MT. Isn't that known or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, what I loved about Whoppers was they came in a... at least where I was, in basically a carton, like a carton of
box.
milk.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you would pop open the top and then just
Spill it out.
guzzle a bunch of Whoppers.
Straight into the mouth. Yes.
It's a smart move because it makes you eat like 40 of them, like at once. You know what I mean?
I know, you don't
like,
feel
how
bad
did I run out
about
of
it.
Whoppers so fast? Yeah,
and everybody wins.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, honey, what'd you do with the milk or Whoppers? It's like you can confuse them really easily.
If I were incredibly wealthy, I would only have Whopper cartons in my fridge. It was like, can I have some cereal? Please help yourself. And then, oh, you're really living. Yeah.
But Whoppers would make any cereal taste good.
Absolutely.
In fact,
grape nuts edible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, come on. That's gravel. That's
Who came up with grape nuts? They're the dumbest.
It's
dumbest.
very dumb.
They're hard. Nobody. Does anybody eat them? I don't know anybody who eats
Can I
them.
tell you my theory on grape nuts? They're one of those weird Puritan foods that they invented to curb masturbation. And for some reason, like the graham cracker.
Mission accomplished.
delicious.
And when you eat it, you're so tired from chewing that you're like, oh, there's no time for sexual deviancy. Off to sleep for the
Or
fields
like, I
await
guess
me
I
tomorrow.
hate myself enough to eat this, so
Right.
why would I even bother masturbating?
I
Because
don't
I'm so
deserve
disgusting.
me in either aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, but
when I feel disgusting, that doesn't stop me from.
I know,
masturbating.
right?
Yeah, in
So
fact,
you
it
know.
incites it, and then again immediately after.
and there's no grapes or nuts.
No, neither one.
Of course, that's
Why does the
oldest
grape? It's also the same with the grapefruit.
quandary.
Why does the word grape just get thrown around all willy nilly like that?
That's
Yes.
true.
The grape has doesn't have a good team of lawyers. You need to talk to your podcast buddy.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on
Bring
it.
this up.
The grape has like at least 15 different libel cases just waiting on it.
And yet, stuff like jam
Yeah.
and wine does not have the word grape in it.
It does-
Nowhere near it.
Why? What's going on with grapes? Grown up grape juice.
And like
is
champagne is grapes.
Champagne is grapes.
And it's not nowhere near.
Do you think that's what grape nuts are trying to do? And grapefruit just trying to horn in on the elegant legacy of grapes?
I think some like masters at Kellogg's just want to shred our mouths.
Grape nuts.
I think grape nuts is Post.
Oh, is it?
I think
Of course. Post makes the dumbest shit.
they make the dumb shit. Of course,
Name one
They do
good
grape
Post
nuts.
cereal.
I can't think of
I can't
even
think of
any.
one.
Don't they do the Flintstones? Though? They do the Pebbles.
Yeah,
Are they the
that's a
Pebble
rip-off
Pebbles?
of
No,
like
no,
Fruit Loops.
I beg to differ.
They are not?
We might have to hit the,
We're gonna
the
look it
internet
up.
for here.
Don't you hate it when,
For
like,
this.
back in the day, you could just not know things and be okay with it? Like, I don't know. I'm just
days
going to
are
move
gone.
on. Those days are
We
gone,
need
man.
to find out who makes Fruity
Who
Pebbles.
makes
Post
Fruity Pebbles.
does make the Pebbles.
Okay.
Post
Okay.
makes the Pebbles.
Oh, you looked it up that fast. Wow, you're
That's
gonna.
I got the laptop.
That's the crowning glory, though, of Post.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
But
But you didn't
Whoppers-
pick Fruity Pebbles. You picked Whoppers.
Whoppers go great with popcorn.
Yes.
If you just throw it in there, it's
Ooh.
great. I know. It's great.
That didn't even occur to me.
That is a great movie snack.
I once got Whoppers and popcorn, and they spilled, and I was like, all right, fuck it. And then I just ate them together, and I was like, this is amazing.
Into one another. Sort of that's the way that like Reese's peanut butter was supposed to be invented, right? Like you got peanut butter in my
Oh.
chocolate.
Chocolate,
Maybe.
you got chocolate, my peanut butter.
Yeah, one of those.
Not to spoil another pick that possibly later. Can I levy one criticism of your Whopper pick?
Fine.
The Halloween option for Whoppers is
a
a
little-
very small
yeah,
sleeve and it's like 3 Whoppers.
It's like 3. It's pretty stupid.
I almost never just want 3 Whoppers.
However, whenever I've gotten it as a kid, they
Yeah.
always used to give you like a handful of them. Like, They give me at least a couple.
That's odd. What do they get? A scoop? Like one of those, like you're scooping the coffee beans
like a bulk bin at Whole Foods?
Like a bulk bin. They just have a huge, they have a garbage can full of Whoppers and they just
what you need is to go to like the expensive areas, like go to Bel Air to those like mansions, and they give you like the carton.
Yeah. They just give you the whole thing.
Costco sized carton.
They give you stocks in whatever company.
They give you a share of Post.
Was that your move?
For all the good that does.
Was that your move as a kid? Would you like try to on Halloween try to go to the richer neighborhoods?
Yeah, because I went to like a richer school. Like a lot of kids in my school were rich, and I was poor, so no one wanted to come to my neighborhood.
Right.
Little orphan Annie over here.
Well,
I was poor.
No, but my neighborhood had a lot of
I lived in a tent on top of canters.
They had a little. They had a lot of little old ladies.
Yes.
Who didn't want to bother to sleep at like 4 p.m.
Oh, right.
So they would leave a bowl out, and of course, all the kids in my neighborhood just took the bowl. Free bowl, everyone.
They took the bowl as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Left the candy even.
That's why if you go into their houses for breakfast, they're like, "What's that giant bowl?"
Yeah,
someone else's Halloween candy bowl. So we used to go to like we literally went to like Bel Air and like those fancy ass Beverly Hills mansions. And I remember actually one time, do you guys know Ben Stein?
Yes,
sure.
We knocked on a door and Ben Stein answered and gave me Kit Kats. I remember what he gave me.
Class act, Ben Stein. Yeah, he worked for the Nixon administration, but I think he made up for it by giving you Kit Kats.
Did he support Trump?
Probably. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I believe he did.
He's still around. He's still kicking.
All right.
No, just be glad for the Kit Kat. Be glad that your interaction was good.
You met him on the peak of his mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
Funny thing about Whoppers, though, I know we all hate the smell of farts, but some farts smell like Whoppers, and I swear it. I swear it.
Okay.
Haven't you guys
Just ones that you encounter out in the world, or like your own?
Some of mine have smelled like Whoppers. I don't remember anybody else's.
This has turned into bragging.
But to be quite honest,
like
I thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
So one day I Googled this. Farts that smell like Whoppers. Apparently it's a thing.
It's not just you.
Apparently there was Reddit threads about this of people
God.
gushing how they swear that, they had this one time where their farts smelled like Whoppers. I'm not even
that's
kidding.
where malt comes from.
Maybe
So that's my theory.
Malt is collected farts.
I think that's kind of cool that someone's fart can smell like a Halloween candy.
That is cool. That is cool.
What's your costume?
Yeah. It's more of a... That's a funny thing that people don't really do. They always do the visual. They use that for Halloween costumes. But your Halloween costume could be a smell.
A smell? I like it. You're thinking out of the box.
It could be one of those Glade accents.
That's mine.
You're thinking out of the box, but you were thinking in the carton. With your
nice.
first pick.
Well done.
With your first pick, these segues are fun. This
done.
is a fun segue. An amazing pick with Whoppers. John, it is now your turn for your first pick.
Okay.
The final pick of the first round.
Okay, this is it. You'll see all the gravitas that I bring to this, and what I bring to the table is Sugar Daddy. Bam!
Sugar
Daddy.
Oh.
You can't hate on a sugar daddy.
Cannot hang out. And remember that they used to have, you'd open the wrapper and there'd be a little card. Now, I don't know, that's a generational thing because when I was a kid, there'd be a little card with like a race car on it or some cool image of jet or something. But they stopped that probably for your generation. I'm older than you.
They give us Furbies.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good too. But what I loved about the Sugar Daddy was first the thing was solid when you first started working on it, and you could work one side. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And you could work one side, you could work the other side. But soon it would soften up a little bit, and you would put it in, and it would conform to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
And be stuck there because it was an airtight seal, and you could use the stick as a handle for your skull.
Yeah, I know exactly what it's a weird thing, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. You became like your own sort of like marionette.
Yeah. Which is handy for some reason.
It is good. We all have those moments in life. Yeah.
It's good if you're married.
It is good.
Honey, look this way.
But also tastes delicious. It's just caramel, just
so
in
good.
Solid rock form.
Concentrated caramel.
Concentrated, which is another one of my noise rock bands.
Well, go with your last name. So.
Karmel, yeah. It is if you bite into it too early, it's a death trap.
Oh, no, yes. Your teeth will never return.
It's a death trap.
They're embedded, and
It might pull part of your skull
What happened
out.
to the kid from Stranger Things?
What happened?
Did he bite into it?
Oh, yeah.
That's the explanation.
That's the far...
That's how Toothless got toothless, guys. Yeah. He bit into a sugar daddy too early. No one stopped him.
It's conceivable.
The upside down couldn't stop him.
It would explain a lot.
I love the sugar daddy's aesthetic. I love the wrapper.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the yellow and the red.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's kind of confusing, like with like a Charleston chew. Isn't that the same colors?
Well, there is one.
Well, okay, the Charleston chew, yes. You're saying the colors. I didn't realize you were going for the colors.
No, the colors.
Yeah, Charleston chew was yellow.
Yeah, it was nougat, right?
No, it was sort of a marshmallowy center. Right. And very long.
Super long.
And you would put it in the freezer.
Yes.
And then you take it out and crack it up. And they'd say on the side of it, crack it up.
I love the frozen Charleston chew.
Yes.
Yeah. That was grade school was a big Charleston era for me because I was into Charleston shoes, and then they also taught us that dance at grade school. Just if anyone at home wants to update my Wikipedia.
So you lived in the 30s or the 20s. Guys,
we were in a weird... At my school, they did this weird thing where they were like trying to figure out different ways to get us active, and they were like, maybe if we teach them the electric slide in the Charleston. And this was a real thing they attempted.
Okay.
In gym class in Beaverton, Oregon, like Mr. Zetterberg would like blast the... Maybe this was just his personal mission, the way he was going to change physical education. But like they would blast the electric slide, and we would just like do the electric slide, and then they'd be like, all right, now we're going to learn the Charleston. And they would play like these jangly like Scott Joplin piano songs. And all these like kids in bum equipment shorts or whatever would do like... Right. Would do like the Charleston. But we're getting far off topic. The sugar daddy. No, please, no, you didn't.
What about the sugar baby? What do you feel about that?
The sugar baby's never as satisfying.
I know.
Because the thing is, the sugar daddy was a challenge, and it was a skull mover, and it was you had to dedicate a certain amount of time to it, and it rewarded that time greatly.
Right.
Whereas a sugar daddy, you chew it, it's chewier than it's not nearly
sugar
as
baby,
solid.
absolutely.
The sugar baby
it gets a lot of give right off the bat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
It's a
too
pushover.
fast. It's
That's
a pushover.
true.
Exactly.
It's good for the movies.
I want to work for it.
Yeah.
Sugar baby doesn't respect itself. Sugar daddy comes in there.
Exactly.
You got to prove yourself to a sugar
Abort
daddy.
your sugar babies, guys. Abort it.
We're back to the abortion.
I'm kidding.
What?
Go adopt it or something.
That's better.
Give up your sugar babies for adoption.
Yes, please, give them to a home. There's somebody with weak teeth.
It's like a Juno story.
Somebody who's not patient.
Nice couple, like a Jason Bateman type.
Yeah, a sugar daddy does teach patience. It's a candy that you absolutely. It's like a jawbreaker. It's like a little step down.
Jawbreaker is very patient-y.
Very patient,
but has no stick. Well, some lollipop jawbreakers.
I guess you could. I don't want to say anything about jawbreakers in case anyone's going to.
Oh yes, we've blown the Charleston chew.
We've gone through a lot.
We're blowing a lot. This is going to be a long.
I'm just going to talk because I'm not going to take jawbreaker. And if you. Are you guys either planning on taking
not anymore.
Fuck jawbreakers. Yeah. All right. They hurt your tongue. I got a Jurassic Park jawbreaker for my birthday one year, and I was so excited. Mm-hmm. And when you lick through it, it takes forever. It hurts your tongue. You're like a child with like a bleeding tongue.
It's torn off the flesh of your tongue. Oh
God, you're right.
It is because you're like going at it like a cow at a salt lick for like a week and a half, and it doesn't really taste good. It just kind of like tastes like sugar. It just makes you glad to be alive in this day and age. Because there was a time when you were both when that was the height of candy technology, and we were so bored that we were like, to pass the time this winter, we will take to the jawbreakers.
This is before iPhones.
Yeah. Yes. Long before iPhones. This is before fucking sugar daddies.
We don't have Netflix. What do we do? Yeah. I guess we got to lick this ball for a while.
Another bad way of stopping people from masturbating.
Right. Yeah. That one would actually. Well, that would at least stop cunnilingus anyway.
How about a grape nut covered jawbreaker?
Grape nut, just punishment. That would.
That's what you get in the middle of the jawbreaker. Is actually one grape nut.
One grape nut. That in progressive countries, that's actually the alternative to prison time. Like Sweden, if you commit a crime, you have to finish a jawbreaker. The sugar daddy is a great pick. Is there anything left to say about the sugar daddy? It is a little. What came first, by the way, the candy or a man who economically supports a woman?
Damn.
In exchange for a
that's a
sexual
good
liaison?
question. Yes,
I'm gonna say the candy. I think.
I hope it's the candy.
I'm gonna
Otherwise,
bet on
it's
the
real
candy.
weird that they named it that.
Yes, it would be very strange to name the candy.
Hey guys, what do we
after-
name the candy? Sleazy laugh.
I have an idea, Daddy. Now that's a very good question. You got the laptop.
I do.
Hit
Yeah.
it.
Which
Hit
came
it.
first? All right.
They should teach this in schools,
All right.
guys.
Supply
This should
Along
be
with the
common knowledge.
Charleston.
Supply some fun banter in the background while I look this up really quick.
Okay.
What about Sugar Mommy?
To my knowledge, there is no sugar mommy, which would sound biologically impossible considering they're sugar babies.
No, there are. It's like
There was a
it's
Sugar
like a Tootsie
Mama?
Roll.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, it was like a.
Now you mentioned Tootsie Rolls,
I know.
which just,
Crap.
but you know what? Fuck those flavored Tootsie Rolls that aren't caramel
I
flavored.
know.
Fuck those.
Get them.
They just give you multicolored cavities.
Exactly, and they taste like a little weird. Like there's vanilla and there's like a strawberry. Fuck that.
It's
No.
it's
They're
retarded.
doing-
Yeah.
If I can jump in, I'm sorry, I haven't exactly found the fact, but I
Okay.
have to weigh in on this. I'm so with you. Because you get what you're expecting to be a Tootsie Roll, which you're
Yes.
excited about because it's a delightful candy. I like a Tootsie Roll anyway.
Love 'em.
And then you wrap it, and then it's like a feeble attempt at vanilla. If I wanted vanilla, I would have gotten something with vanilla in it, you know?
Damn
or if I
it.
wanted orange, I'm sorry for jumping in. I'm going back to the...
I would have eaten
Back to the
an
laptop.
orange.
Yes.
How many licks does it get to the center of this?
Oh
problem?
no, we're not even going to talk this.
Yep.
You
We're
just-
moving on.
I'm blowing
Yes.
it.
The Sugar Daddy was invented in 1925 by chocolate salesman Robert Welch, who died 60 years later. He got young in the game. Good for him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
God
young.
bless him.
It's the candy
Gives
invention.
me hope.
It's a young man's game. It's a young,
It is.
young
It's
lady's
very,
game. It's a
very
young game.
aggressive, and it's dog eat dog. But
Oh
go
my
ahead.
God, there was a Sugar Mama
There was
from 1965, but it went away in the 80s.
Did it come
wow.
back?
Yeah, it was a chocolate-covered caramel sucker. Essentially, Sugar Daddy covered in chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
sounds like a sugar mommy, totally.
It does.
A woman's like, no, my shit's covered in chocolate. I gotta deal with men. Oy.
Wow. Okay, this is blowing my mind.
There's no... I'm assuming the Sugar Daddy came later. I mean, but it doesn't mention it.
Whether the name
Yeah.
came from that. Oh man.
I'm not in the business. I could ask the higher ups, but I don't know. I'm not.
It was originally called the Papa Sucker.
It was?
Oh, that sounds even worse.
Whoa. Yeah.
What? Papa Sucker? And then it was changed to Sugar Daddy in 1932 to take advantage of the slang of the day.
So
maybe not.
Oh my God. So it went from Papa Sucker, which is clearly suck my penis,
Yeah.
to Sugar Daddy. I'm paying a woman I'm keeping a woman to have sexual liaisons with me. This is fucking up the whole enjoyment of this
Of the
wonderful
Sugar Daddy.
candy.
You know, it was... Okay, wait. Although its origin is somewhat obscure, one of my references, this is the person writing this, offered a reasonable explanation. In 1908, Adolf Spreckels, heir to the Spreckels
That can't be
sugar
good, that
fortune,
first name.
heir to the Spreckels sugar fortune, along with his brother, married a woman. Well, the two of them didn't.
Spreckels
Adolf
sugar.
Spreckels married a woman 24 years his junior.
Okay.
Alma was apparently quite a babe. She called her husband Adolf her sugar daddy because he came from the sugar fortune.
Not
okay.
Adolf the Hitler.
Not Adolf the Hitler, who would come later.
Yes.
And so its origin was listed as occurring in, that's like 1915 to 20.
Jeez.
So it is named after a richer old man.
Oh my God.
The candy is named, I would have bet everything that it was the other way around.
$1 Yes, I am astonished.
Yeah.
I no longer regret coming here this evening. This is all worth it.
You're the
now.
first person who hasn't regretted it. So thank you for saying that.
And you can shorten it to just Melania Trump,
You
right?
just
There
changed
you
to
go.
Melania.
Yeah.
Got a handful of Melanias. Amazing. See, it's edutainment. That's all this is.
That's all this is.
Now, Jon Cryer, that was your first pick, the Sugar Daddy.
Yes.
Since it is a serpentine draft, you also have the first pick of the second round.
Oh.
And you are on again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Fun Size Three Musketeers.
Ooh, the fun size Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a perfect size. Because a real Three Musketeers A real one is if it's fake. But a real one is too much nougat.
It's a lot of nougat.
That's a lot of nougat.
Now, this usually works better when we disagree and stuff like that, but I can't not.
You can't.
No, I
That
agree
is too
100%.
much nougat.
For any human.
That's 12 Musketeers. It's way too much nougat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The normal size should have really been the fun size.
Yes.
Yes. And what with the fucking king size Three Musketeers that they sell at the CVS, they're trying to kill people.
That is, yeah.
It should be illegal to have
an
that much
abomination.
nougat.
Yes.
There's not enough else going, because it's the perfect amount of nougat in a fun size
Mm-hmm.
one. You get a little mouthful of nougat, you get a little chocolate. There's not enough else going on in a Three Musketeers for it to be that big. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want like a 15-minute song from the Ramones. You want like the 3-minute, like kind of like fun, like 3-chord driven thing.
Rock, 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 rock.
Exactly.
Rock. Yeah.
And that's the Three Musketeers. It's the Ramones.
I was never a fan of the Three Musketeers to begin with. It was
on.
fine. Like,
Go
I
on.
ate any candy, honestly.
Yeah.
You're just baiting her now. You're
but-
just like, yeah.
Please, yeah.
Do you guys
Get
ever
John
see the
mad.
commercial? There's a commercial of it where they're like, Three Musketeers, it's so light. And it just kind of floats. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's not fulfilling.
Well, but I mean,
not
sometimes that's
hearty.
what you want out of a candy.
I want candy. I don't want like a pretend like light. Here,
Like-
it wasn't advertised as like a diet candy.
It's like a filtered cigarette. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? It just felt awkward.
That was kind of a weird ad campaign. That it's like you won't even remember you ate it.
I don't understand the Three Musketeer part of it either. There weren't like 3 colors, were there?
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
There
I
have
don't
to be
know.
3. Is it 3 ingredients? Is that, do you think, the etymology
But there's
of the
not.
name?
Did you guys look on the label?
There's a lot.
There's
Yeah,
like
there's
red 40.
45.
Yes,
All these
there's
chemicals
plenty.
I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
It is a delicious candy. Are there any other Well, I mean, this is us talking about other candies now. Why don't we go to John? What was your Halloween strategy when you were growing up? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New York City.
New York City, top of the food chain.
And yes, so it was you hit your apartment building
Right.
mostly, and if you were really, if you were enterprising, you would hit another apartment building. We did not specifically try to hit like super high end apartment buildings, like burglars, because candy is not a super expensive. We weren't going for the high end expensive candy per se.
Truffle candy, yeah.
Yes, exactly. But what I loved was in New York City there would always be teenagers who clearly should not be doing this any longer,
Yes.
who made the barest effort to wear a costume, which was they would smear their face with something like some red, and they're like, "I'm a zombie" or some shit.
Yeah.
And it was offensive. It was just offensive to see them walking around copping the same amount of candy that
hated
who
that.
had done full face makeup from Kiss.
Yeah.
I was the star child.
You were the star child.
motherfuckers.
Perfect.
And I worked on my outfit. I had the boots. I came to play, as I said.
You had like Pee Wee football shoulder pads on, all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was offensive. And there were always, the scary stories of, Halloween candy tampering and all that stuff. And which, by the way, is a myth. There has
really?
never been a documented case of Halloween candy tampering.
Where does that come from? Just like
It came
jokesters?
from,
Yeah,
interestingly,
please.
a very a scary situation where a father actually poisoned his kids' Halloween candy.
Oh my God.
gosh.
So that's where it came from, which is horrifying and grisly, of course.
Of course.
But of course, because we're Americans, we panic. That's how we roll, and and we X-ray our fucking candy for decades after one fucking incident.
Yeah, how do you feel about your kids going out there now?
I'm okay with it. I'm like,
Really?
yes, I dare to be great, kids.
Good.
And we put on the dog costume wise as well. We're
Yeah?
the Addams Family this year. I'm just saying.
What
You
do
are?
you have your
I'm going to be
costumes
Gomez.
planned?
My wife is
amazing.
going to be Morticia, which is hot.
That is a
hot one.
costume.
Yeah, my daughter is little.
I always loved the relationship between Gomez and Morticia.
Come on.
Can I
One
be
of the
cousin
best
it?
relationships.
Just the hand. It's an easy costume.
It's an easy costume.
You get
It's
a
a
box.
fun one.
I
I will be being Uncle Fester alone at my house in Glendale. So, but no, I'm there. I'm with you in spirit.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They had a great. Those two had a great relationship.
They did.
I really loved it. Morticia. they supported each other. They seemed to have a vibrant sex life well into their marriage.
Yeah, he was into her.
He was so into her.
Got me. I would kiss her. He couldn't stop himself, and she was just hanging back a little, and but you knew she dug it.
There's a part of me that wishes I could be Raul Julia in the Addams Family. That's a smooth man. That is an eternally smooth man.
Just the stash.
Just the stash.
The pencil thin. Come on.
Barely there. But I can't even tango, so that's out the window.
Okay, sorry.
It's all right. That's great. Eden, do you know what you're going to be for Halloween this year? Do you have a plan?
I was. Hilarity for Charity was Halloween themed, and I wanted to rip up the emailed invitation. I can't say rip up an invitation anymore because they're all emailed.
I just want to flick your screen a little bit.
Just toss my computer out the window.
Yeah.
Because it was like on the 15th, 2 weeks before Halloween.
Yuck City.
Too early for me to think about it. So I was a Snapchat filter. With the butterflies.
Kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a great idea.
That's great.
And I did like my cheekbones all like super sculpted, and it was fun. And I could dress somewhat normal on the bottom.
Yes.
Because it's annoying to go.
Because you wear whatever in a Snapchat pic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. I went to Michael's. I don't know if you guys have ever been to this crap.
Oh my God! I
know.
live at Michael's.
Dude.
My daughter and I.
How do you not spend $1,000?
I do. I spent $1,000. I made a bunch of money on a TV show.
I know you can spend $1,000.
And it's all going to Michael's.
It's all going to pipe cleaners and pom poms.
Exactly.
Dude, I got like a nice glue gun, and I got these fake butterflies, and I painted them.
Yeah.
And I made this whole thing, and it cost me like a WGA like paycheck,
right.
but it was so worth it. And all these fun people came up to me and was like, I know what you are, and that's clever. And that's all I needed. That's all the validation I needed.
Just one of those.
I see what you've done.
I was toying with a few ideas. I was thinking maybe I'll do David Bowie because I loved him and he just died.
Did you see other David Bowies?
There were like 5 David Bowies.
Ah, see, next year.
There was a ducky.
Oh
yes!
I've only had one come to my door ever.
Oh, that is did you like take a picture?
Yes, I took a picture. I tweeted the picture. I was like 30 fucking years I've been waiting for this. He did a good job too. He did a great job.
I'm sure his mind, he must have just like
what are the odds?
But more of how scary, like not scary, but like strange, like oh my gosh, Ducky wants to take a picture with me.
Well, I was in my stormtrooper outfit,
right. So you had to pull your helmet off.
I had to pull my helmet off.
A stormtrooper came to your door too.
Well, yes, yeah. Actually, now we could have made a little Imperial stormtrooper
and have bad aim. Yeah.
That's
cool.
That's amazing. I have no idea what I'm going to dress. I still don't. I'm one of the people I'm like on the day of Halloween, like running around like I need Tool.
Lists.
I need what?
There's all these BuzzFeed lists.
There's so many BuzzFeed lists. Yeah, I might just go.
Do you want to be
those.
something clever or like something punny or?
I don't know. I work on the Late Late Show. James Corden.
You have a lot of pressure on you.
So I have to. But the problem is we have two shows that day.
Oh, it's
so I'm at like work all day, like writing the show. And so I have to put on set. They can't be like too crazy.
Didn't you ask Lady Gaga for like a prop today?
I should have.
You should have.
I absolutely should have. We met Lady Gaga today.
Oh,
I know.
Come on.
She's a hugger, by the way.
Oh,
right
that's
off
nice
the
to
bat.
hear.
Me and 3 other writers are just standing there. And she's like, hi, I'm Stephanie, and just like hugs all around.
Oh, I love her already.
The sweetest pea in the salad, that one. She doesn't get much
nice. Nice to leave out like a Kermit to put on, I don't know, something of her outfit.
You know what? If one day when I don't have anything to do on Halloween, I would love to be Elton John when he dressed like Donald Duck. Specifically. Not a Donald Duck costume.
But Elton John dressed as Donald Duck.
Yeah, so I'm in a Donald Duck costume and I have a little piano and crazy glasses.
I'm for it.
I love that choice.
I want to do that.
I love it.
This isn't the year for it. It would be wasted. I'm stuck inside an office all day. So I'll probably just put on like a Coogee sweater and go as Biggie like I do every single day of my life. Something along those lines. The Three Musketeers bar, though. Mm-hmm. Wonderful pick. Also a bar where they will do a lot of different flavors. They'll do like the dark Three Musketeers.
Oh, yes.
Fuck with a little bit. They'll do like a cherry. I have a list of flavors here in front of me.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, where is he coming this up from?
They've done a coconut.
Ew.
Really?
They've done a coconut one.
I don't hate that choice because it's okay. Regular Three Musketeers is the nougat, and then there's a thin layer of caramel right underneath the chocolate goodness. And I always kind of like the ice flow thing where if you break up the bar a little, there's always a chunk of chocolate that sticks on the top with the caramel on the bottom, and then a little bit of nougat on the bottom, and that's kind of choice.
I know what you're talking about, that little piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
The break, yeah. Oh,
It's like
little
the-
ice flow of chocolate
The
wonderfulness.
shark's fin soup of the Three Musketeers.
Yes.
Just that one piece. You eat it, you throw the rest. Good to bring up shark's fin soup whenever you can, guys. The sharks are dying at an alarming rate. You need to
So really, this is the
donate to Sea
Yes.
Shepherd film or
It's
what?
I'd like
Shark
to
Week
take a
all week.
break in the podcast and talk about the plight.
It's an amazing pick, and it'll listen to such fun conversation. Eden, can you make an equally amazing pick with your second pick, the second pick of the second round?
I will. I'm gonna go with a Twix bar.
Ooh, the Twix!
Oh.
It's all in the mix.
Yeah.
Talk us through your Twix picks.
Or bet you can't eat just or two for me, none for you. There's a few.
There's a few great
There's
slogans.
a few great slogans that they had.
Yes.
Or like now they have this whole right Twix, left Twix campaign going on,
That's
Yes.
yeah.
which I feel like is very political.
Yes. Why
Why are we
create
doing that?
conflict? Why?
It's such an evergreen thing.
It
Why are
should
we...
unite people.
I
Yeah.
bet they did that before this. They expected this election to get this contentious, where they're like, "We'll be kind
Wow.
of in on the fun spirit of the election," and then,
And they're like,
people,
shit.
yeah,
that
people won't
got
even
horrible.
Shake hands, and Twix is like,
It'll be
they're
cute,
actually just-
like
just
the
one
olden
Twix.
days. Like when it was Nixon versus Kennedy. It'll be cute like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, one Twix is sweating during a speech. It is a cookie and a caramel and a chocolate bar, right? I mean, that's sort of the.
You can't get any better than that.
A Twix is fucking great.
And all their like new like versions of it, like
Yeah.
the Twix Dark and the peanut butter, all great.
I love a Twix in an ice cream situation.
Oh.
When there's little pieces of Twix.
Yeah.
And they are a little more, now you may disagree with me.
Please.
But they're a little more substantive than a Kit Kat.
Yes,
I agree.
absolutely.
And that is, and thus more satisfying.
It is a cookie.
The Twix is a
Exactly.
great sink your teeth into a candy. Mm-hmm. You can really sink your teeth. It does.
Yes,
It feels substantial.
I mean, when I was a kid, I would like buy one as like a meal.
Yeah.
Because it was that substantial.
That's like a good high school lunchroom. Like I've got like 75 cents.
That's the thing.
That's
lunch.
the thing.
I only found 75 cents by the payphone. This is all I can get with it.
The Twix, yeah,
we're
Twix
learning a lot.
Twix is really good.
It felt like I honestly remember as a kid getting it for that reason that it kept me full.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Nerds or like something like that.
God, and nerds just give you a headache.
Yeah.
The one of the strengths of the Twix is also one of its weaknesses, though, because it is very shareable. Where did you stand on that?
That's
Eden?
true, but there's only two.
Yes.
As opposed to like a BB's thing
Right.
where there's like multiple.
Break off somebody a little, like a handful of it.
Half of a fourth is not so bad.
Right. So
You know.
you just break off somebody like a half of one of the Twix, and you keep the rest of it.
Or
with
I
your
just tell them to
move.
go fuck themselves.
Wow. Shit got real
Find
in the
their own-
lunchroom.
No one,
Right.
Twix, Jeff. Yeah.
but no one even asks for Twix anymore. Like no one likes that. I feel everyone's like gonna drink their coconut kale water or whatever.
Right.
So
I mean, you have a podcast about snacks. You know, like some on your Twitter, like a lot of the pictures are just you and candy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Are you an active candy eater? Are you like?
I eat it.
How big of a part of your life is it?
Halloween it gets a little bigger just because it's more accessible.
Yeah.
I don't eat it every day.
No.
But I don't try to buy it. If it's at a party, I will have it. I
Okay.
won't buy it in the house because if I buy it in the house, it's terrible. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it'll be gone really fast. But if it's like at a party, I'll have it absolutely. Or if
a
I'm at
bowl
the
of-
movies,
Yeah.
are fun.
Do you drink? Do you drink at all?
I don't
Are you-
drink.
You don't drink. So when you're at a party, you post up right by the candy,
Yeah, or
and that's
yeah,
your evening.
Yeah, but adults don't really have candy. It's kind of
They don't. That's gotten away from us. I feel like
adults have like a cheese platter, which is fine, but
I love
has
that. I
its
love a
strengths.
charcuterie plate, but I feel like the main you'd have a bowl of like a substantial glass bowl of candy.
It's very high school to have like a bowl of Doritos and candy.
You
Yeah.
kind of have to be a grandma to have a bowl of candy.
That-
And then
Maybe
it's not
that's
the
what it
right
is.
candy.
And then it's not the
like
right.
the-
It's
like
the
those-
sucking candies.
It's the
yeah.
Werthers. It's
Yeah.
those like strawberry ones, which I
A
don't know.
whorehound. Isn't that one of the? That's like a name of a candy that an old person would eat, right?
A whorehound?
Whorehounds? I swear to God.
Wait
I'm
a
making
minute.
that- What if I
Okay.
made
It
that?
sounds like
up?
a
That
sugar
and
baby
sugar
situation.
Yeah,
Please
exactly.
God, be a
Exactly.
thing.
A
Please
papa
be a
sucker.
thing. I swear it's real. I think whorehounds are a kind of candy. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Whorehound?
Whorehound.
Have you guys ever had? Have you guys ever had the Twix, the ice cream bar?
No, I have not. You
yes.
see,
Delicious.
But okay, my problem obviously with like the Snickers ice cream bar. Okay,
Speak
a
on it,
candy
John.
bar is $1 or whatever. An ice cream bar is $4.
I know that's
so
a little
expensive.
insane. Says
That's
the guy with a TV show.
I know.
For like 80 years.
Yes, I'm the one blowing $1,000 in Michaels.
That's how you stay rich, though.
That's the thing.
Exactly. You don't
A down payment at Michael's, and then just go angry that the fact that an ice cream costs $4. It is expensive.
Well, there's splurging and there's principle, and this might just be a principle.
Exactly.
They do. It is delicious, and
it is delicious.
A Twix on its own frozen is really good.
Oh,
I think.
and a lot of things frozen. I'm a big fan of.
That's a huge part of candy. It's versatility.
Yeah.
It's a good frozen.
Like frozen M&Ms are terrible.
A real frozen M&Ms they're not good.
They're not good.
Here's a good sign of a candy, and I think this speaks well to your Twix pick. It's good frozen. Mm-hmm. It's good right off the counter. You know what I mean? Room temperature.
It's good on the dashboard.
It's good on if it gets a little melty. You can just sort of squeeze it into your mouth from the package.
I've never done that.
As though it were Go-Gurt.
I will say it's not the best melted because all the chocolate just sticks to the side of the wrapper.
Yeah.
I've had this happen, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you're just left with this like kind of caramely cookie, which is fine.
Caramely chocolatey cookie.
But it's like I kind of wanted the whole thing.
That's not all right.
So it's bad for that situation. Like an Abba-Zaba would be better for that. You know, all melty.
Right, but that's one of the few strengths.
Right.
In my opinion.
But okay, now can we just take a moment and just talk about the fucking fiasco debacle that is Kit Kat melting temperature?
My God!
You rip the pack and the thing starts melting.
Immediately.
You could be in a meat locker; it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
The second you touch it, it just. Arf.
It's like starts sliding onto your hand. You have like Kit Kat all over, and it's a breakable candy. You're supposed to break it.
Exactly.
Give me a break, guys.
Give me a break with a Kit Kat bar. You're supposed to manually manipulate it, and then they also made it the most meltable candy imaginable.
And then they fuck you over.
Yeah.
By doing that.
But when it's frozen, it is delicious.
It is. Yeah, it's
really
good. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Kit Kat person. Mm-hmm. It's like it was sent here from another planet where it's very cold. Yeah.
Do you guys remember Cold Stones? That like
the ice cream place.
Yeah.
The ice cream
not
place.
only do I celebrate it actively. Not only is it a
a
nostalgia
lot of them
thing.
closed down, so I have to ask people.
Did they close down?
A lot of them
I
did.
think so. Yeah.
This country.
Yeah. So, but those were great for mixing with
I loved Cold Stone.
Kit Kats and Cold Stones. Excellent. Twix and Cold Stones. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had some awkward phases in my ice cream mixing days.
Yeah, you got quiet.
I
He's like,
He's going introspective.
Yeah.
He's like,
oh
we're
no,
gonna
it's
do
a
a
dark
deep
time,
dive,
man.
people.
stared into the middle distance. I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck it up I'm gonna get like a vanilla ice cream and I'm gonna put chocolate and gumballs in it.
What?
I
Ew.
just tried to get too innovative, and it was never good. I was always wrong. I would get gumball ice cream and put like other things. Just like I fucked up a lot. I just feel like we have a good rapport. And
Were you guys at that age where you guys went to the ice cream truck and they had ice cream with the gumballs as eyes?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Right?
That was actually after my time.
Oh, okay.
We good. I mean,
Good.
kind of good.
He saved you.
They'd have these amazing pictures on the side of the ice cream.
I know, like a
truck.
Tweety Bird.
It would look amazing. It would look like Tweety Bird was about to start talking to you, and then you would open up the candy and
It's like
slide
Picasso.
it out, and it was this horrifying monstrosity that bore didn't even really look like Tweety Bird. It was a
Dali painting of Tweety Bird, all melted.
One of the gumballs had sort of like dislodged, and it was like further down the face than it should have been.
It turned into an Adam's apple instead of an eye. Yeah, it was terrible.
Remember the Terminator movie, like when the nuke goes off and people are like holding onto the fence melting? Like it looked like half a second into that, but it was like a Tweety Bird ice cream thing. Yeah, that's a good call up. Those were total fiasco.
Yes.
But Twix is pretty damn.
Twix
special.
is a pretty damn solid pick.
Although the fun size ones are pretty small. Yeah, no,
Yes,
they're not.
They have heft.
They have heft exactly.
I find them
They hold up.
satisfying.
it's a substantial candy, one that can get you through the winter.
Yes.
It can get you through the
The
winter.
LA winter.
My next pick,
Okay.
not such a substantial candy, but one of my personal favorites. I don't even know if you guys are going to be on board with this. I have no idea what's going to happen because I'm about to pick gummy Coke bottles.
Oh,
Yes.
It's an innovative choice.
The first gummy pick of the draft.
Oh, that's a toughie.
Yeah.
Because I never liked the Coke aspect.
I love the Coke aspect of it.
Okay, see,
I
that's
didn't
where we
either.
part
You didn't
company.
like it.
No.
I don't even do. I as a kid, Diet Coke was sort of my go-to soda. but I loved a gummy Coke bottle. And they do a couple different kinds. They'll do like a one that is a little like the sugar on the outside, kind of soured and feels effervescent when you bite into it. I just love it. I don't know what I'll do the thing even to this day, 32 years of age, and we'll bite the little top off of it.
Thinking it's going to spill out.
As though there were going to be Coke coming out of it. And then nothing, it doesn't. And you're like, oh, still fun. And then you eat it. I love the gummy Coke bottle. I celebrate gummy in every way, but the gummy Coke bottle is my favorite of the gummies.
The thing is with gummies, it's kind of like the nougat. I feel like it's if too much, not good. Like if you have like, have you ever had like got those bins of gummies and you have like 8 of them and you're like, I'm done.
You don't want more than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 sounds intimidating to me.
But also the Coke-y flavor tasted very artificial, and I'm sure it wasn't full of real. I'm sure it was full of sugar.
Made with a real Coke, which is made out of more fake
exactly,
things.
exactly. But it tasted. It didn't taste like really Coke-y.
There's something about that fake Coke flavor. It just did it.
Doesn't it bother you though? That like it's like, oh, I'm eating a Coke in glass. Like
like you are eating like actual glass.
Yeah,
no, it made me feel powerful.
Gross.
It can't stop me.
Yeah, just
I mean, that's your
glass.
Gummy choice. There's so many good gummy choices.
Well, you pick one. Eden.
Like sharks, like Swedish fish.
All right, hey, all right. Maybe those will go later, and those are both very good.
Very good.
Why are all of yours aquatic?
I know, right?
That's what you should be asking yourself.
I'm inspired by a very underappreciated Bill Murray movie called The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
The gummy aquatic.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them. I don't know why I favor it amongst all the other gummies, but I just do. I've had all of them.
You got bears. You got so many things to
I love the bear. I love the bears too. It's the Coke bottle for me. And they'll do, and not that I drafted this, and I could have. I just want to remind everyone that I could have. They'll have like a pack of like 3 different kinds of gummy sodas. Like you'll get an orange gummy soda and like a Sprite flavor, like a lemon lime one. And those are all okay too.
Do they have a La Croix?
They have one.
A La Croix bottle. A Pamplemousse La Croix.
Only available in Los Angeles. Yeah, they have a La Croix.
Yes. When did this become the go-to writer drink?
I don't know because I didn't.
I think Joe. Do you guys know Joe Mandy on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was him.
It was just this one guy.
I really think it was Joe.
I think it was actually Jake Wiseman. I think he once tweeted something about it.
Wiseman did?
Maybe. Who do we blame?
Joe's been on it for years. Like, I remember, I think it probably just showed up in their writer's room, wherever he was working at the time, like maybe Parks and Rec or whatever the show was. And then his whole Twitter personality became like the LaCroix boys. And like he would always tweet at LaCroix and try to get sponsored because he's like, we're drinking so much LaCroix, we should get some free LaCroix, right? Because I don't even remember even hearing of it. I don't know ever, right?
Ever.
No, never.
It's supposedly been around since like the 70s, and I never remember hearing about it.
And guys, it's based out of Ohio.
It is indeed.
It's not even French.
It's a Midwestern sparkling. Yeah, my friend who's from Wisconsin is like, no, I know how to pronounce it. Because it's like a Midwestern thing.
It's like the Fage whatever yogurt.
Oh yeah, Fage.
Fage.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Fage.
Fage.
Or like Faygo. Even
Faygo.
Yeah,
Oh, the drink. Are you familiar with Faygo?
No, what's
it's
that?
a Midwestern soda.
Yes, it's the cheapest
Midwestern?
soda available.
Yeah.
It's
so like the RC cola.
Yes, and
South
it's
RC.
Yeah, it's famously bad and cheap. And if there's any corner they can cut in the manufacture of Faygo, they will cut it.
Oh yeah, no corners. Completely.
Faygo bottles, Faygo gummy bottles. That could be.
I would not. See, that's at the.
Oh, see, that's where we crossed the line.
Faygo is the official drink of the Insane Clown Posse, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a
love
good posse to
They
back.
spray it on each other. Top 5 posses, go. No, just joking.
Posse draft.
Posse draft. That's it. That is a bad posse.
Yeah.
And a bad soda. Good soda is Coke, specifically the gummy bottle variety of it.
I beg to disagree.
I will agree. Disagree. Sorry.
I'm probably going to have a couple other bad picks, and just based on that one.
That's what
I've got some weird
candy.
Some weird candy tastes. And ooh, I don't know whether to go mainstream now because I also have that was my second pick. I also have the first pick.
Oh, because we're Serpentine
of the third round. Serpentine.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to let my heart sing right now.
If you want to let us in that way, if you want to be vulnerable,
right?
I think you should. I think we've earned your trust.
Space.
It's a safe space. We agreed with you on most of this shit.
You did.
It's only when you got off into that crazy fucking Coke gummy crap that we really started to reject you and actually make fun of you to your face.
And I'm living in the wake of that trauma right now. But I think I'm gonna let you guys in.
Okay.
I feel like the rib wound was only out of care for me.
Okay.
And with the first pick of the third round, my third pick, I'm taking one of the more controversial candies.
Oh, I know what it is.
The candy corn.
Oh, no.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
I love candy corn.
Okay.
Some people fucking hate candy corn.
I'm there.
You're one of those people.
I'm one of those people.
Some people walk around like candy corn killed their whole family in front of you. It's like and I love it. Eden, where do you fall on candy corn?
I will have like a handful, but that's it.
That's it?
It's not like I could eat Twix all fucking night, but candy corn, I know how to cut myself off.
I love candy corn. I can't stop myself from eating it. It's
really?
another. Much like the gummy Coke bottle, it's a thing where, it's a tricolor candy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I'll eat the tiny little white part off the top.
Well, but, okay. Now I'm understanding your logic.
It's a little more fun, right?
Okay, you're right. It is a little more fun.
And then I'll bite off the little orange part, and then I'll finish off the tiny
You
little grain
monster.
on the bottom.
Like, how long does it take you to eat, like, cereal? Do you just, like, eat the top Cheerio knob? And then
What I do is I have a small ramekin of milk, and I take one
It is
one
so
Cheerio at a
fucking
time
tiny. Just fucking eat it. All of it. You weirdo.
I can't. I don't know why I do it. I do it with other candies too. It's only with candy, by the way. I'm not doing this weird shit with like any. I'm not like pulling apart string cheese completely.
I was gonna
and then
say
laying
string
it out.
cheese. However, what a monster is the person that takes string cheese and just bites into all of it.
Right into it.
Right?
I've done that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and I'm not
Full
meaning to just
disclosure.
be contrarian here. I've done that, and I apologize.
I've been right. I've been
You and
right
your
and a
candy
half.
corn.
Now, do you ever use the candy corn for comedic effect, like to take up the space where you've lost a tooth? Or
That's a great
that's
question.
smart.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Where you lost a tooth to a sugar daddy.
Yeah, to a
Yes.
sugar daddy. There's a few fun moves with the candy corn tooth. You can do the two front teeth, which is a fun one, but then you could also put them on the fangs.
Yes, and then
Because
your
we all have
vampire.
fangs. We never
candy
talk
corn
about them,
vampire.
but everyone here in this room has fangs. We do
Sure.
have these teeth that are
Oh,
here.
right.
The canines is what they're called.
Yeah, your canine teeth.
The Buffy, the vampire
The
teeth.
Buffies. And I'll slide the candy corn right on there. And then maybe make a face at a child,
And
You already have the
you're
face of a child.
everybody's
And the maturity
favorite
level of
uncle.
a child. And you obviously still eat like a child.
And the candy taste of a child. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I love it. I love a candy corn and like an autumn trail mix.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is a pretty candy.
It's a beautiful candy. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
I do remember that when I was younger, I went to Cotillion.
Yeah.
Because again, I went to a rich school and I
Can
wanted
you
to fit in.
explain to both
Yes,
me and the
what do
listeners
you-
what a cotillion
You
is?
don't know what Cotillion is?
No.
What? But I'm sorry. What parent who says, we're struggling financially, better send my daughter to Cotillion?
Oh, because I begged them because I was like, I am not going to do sports. I want to learn how to swing dance.
What is it? A cotillion sounds like a candy we might pick later. What is it? Yeah.
It's like a ballroom dance. Kind of, they teach you, they teach you manners, and they had it once a month at the Chevy Chase Country Club.
Right.
And
named after the street?
named after the person.
The what? Really?
I know, right? Crazy. It's in Beverly Hills. I wonder if it's still there. During when we weren't using it, it was like a ladies' club type thing.
Yeah.
But when we only used it it was the first Friday of every month, and you had to wear gloves. Yeah, that's what I was crazy about. And I remember I dragged my mom to Saks because that's the only place that sold gloves.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't know where to buy gloves.
And my
Like a
mom was
ballroom
like,
glove.
do they not sell this at Target or Target? And I was like, no, Mom, they don't sell gloves at Target. And so we have to do for Halloween, we had to make like a thing for our partner.
Okay.
Like a gift basket or something.
Yes.
And I got really crafty with Michael liked stuff. It wasn't there at the time. And I glue gunned. It's a great glue gun candy. I glue gun.
It's like glue gun candy.
That's how you know it's bad.
That's
If
please.
you're willing to
Glue
use it
please.
as fodder for your glue
And
gun.
I glue
Yes.
gunned all these candy corns on like this basket.
Yeah.
And in the basket I had candy, like good candy.
Oh my God,
And
I
that
would've been
shitty
so
candy glue
upset.
gunned on the side. And I thought it was so creative. And it was a fun little project, but it just made me realize, wow, that candy is shitty.
What a disrespectful story.
Like as a 9-year-old, I'm like, yeah, I could glue gun that on a basket and then put like, Whoppers in.
Yes, candy is incredibly valuable currency to
Yeah.
9-year-olds.
Exactly.
And that it was used as mere decoration says a lot about the candy
Speaks
corns.
to your lack of sophistication
Yeah.
at a young age.
Yeah.
Candy flavors.
Clearly.
Yeah.
However, I did win all these cotillion competitions and dancing. Which
You
was
were really
What?
good. So
It
you
was
were
really
like,
good.
it's a competition. So you were like,
At the end of the year, there was a competition.
and you go be polite, and they're like, oh, very 10 out of 10 polite.
They
and
would
like,
go around. They would have like a dance, like a foxtrot or a waltz or something.
Or a
or a
Charleston.
Charleston.
They didn't do Charleston.
Oh, that because if you guys
Right.
ended this podcast doing the Charleston
Yes.
together.
They did do tango. So I
See,
don't know
I
if
can't
that's
help you.
not.
I already said I couldn't because of Raul
And
Julia.
they'd go around, and this is so elitist. They would tap you on the shoulder,
Yeah.
and then if they tapped you, you stayed. And at the end of the dance, they're like, all right, if you've been tapped, stay where. It's very chorus line.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. God, I
And-
hope I get it.
Yeah. How many people does he need?
Yeah,
And then tits and ass and all that stuff.
yeah, they come into play.
And it's like a
Also a major
9-year-old.
part of it.
I had none. I still have none.
Yeah.
And so that was just my my candy corn bit.
That's a great candy corn bit. That's better than mine, which is I enjoy eating it. That's my fun story about it.
In a weird, creepy way.
not a
I'm gonna take the tip off.
It's fun to do that. You give it a little candy corn brisk. That's all it is. Speaking of which, they let your Jewish ass into cotillions for some reason.
I know.
I think they wouldn't let us in
My
there.
dad did not like that.
He didn't like
He was
it?
like, they smell Nazi-ish.
Your,
Like,
your dad thought he
Smell
could
like
smell
Christians.
Nazis.
he thought it was. He said that I think because not that he was at all religious.
Yeah.
He ate ham and all that stuff. But he's like, why is it every Friday night? Why
it's
that
fun.
night of all other nights?
He knows why. Yeah, because it was available. All right. Well, I stand by my candy corn pick. I knew it would be controversial, and I stand by it. And I think I will be borne out by the listeners who will join me in my candy corn army,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is with fun 3-color outfits. And the helmet's white, and then the shirt is orange, and then we have brown shoes.
I love that.
Eden, it is your chance to pick something that you
Okay.
would put in your basket rather than decorate it with.
Right.
It's time for your third pick. Where are you going to take us?
I'm gonna go with $100,000.
The $100,000 bar.
Oh, adding some little crispy rice to this whole thing that we haven't had no crispy rice.
There's been no
candy
crispy rice candy.
That's why
discussion. All
there should have been.
There should have been. Yeah, it's an
You're
idea
right.
whose time has come.
I did have a Fruity Pebbles riff about Post, which are not even crispy. Are they rice? I don't know.
I believe they are. No, you know what? I don't know.
What is a Fruity Pebble?
You've got the laptop in front of you.
Flying.
Fuck
It's like
Post. Is Post sponsoring this? Because they shouldn't.
I'm going to get so many weird targeted Fruity Pebbles advertisements soon. They are a...
But I wonder though, is the $100,000 is that covered in Rice Krispies?
They are crisp rice cereal bits.
Yeah, okay.
There it
Fruity
is.
Pebbles, you're right. So
Yeah.
I guess we did get to it.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It's caramel with rice, with crisp rice in
Right.
it, and then chocolate
Right.
around it. Why am I the
Why
chocolate
you-
bar scientist
I don't
who
know. I
knows
love
everything?
it. Please talk about it.
Please tell us more.
I have like a lot of details about
I told
about
you he
these
would
every
know this
candy
stuff.
bar. Yeah,
Oh, John knows.
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Eden, I know you love candy. Do you want to come do this?
He
draft?
dissected all of them.
You know, he's perfect for it. Yeah. Okay, so
But-
why did you? What is it about the $100,000 bar, the $100,000 bar? Please.
It's got the crispy. I love Krispies and chocolate.
Yeah.
It's great. And so it has that of a crunch bar, but with that element, the textural element of the caramel. And you
Yes.
feel rich having it.
Right, because it's worth $100,000.
And there was two of them. It was cut into half, but for no reason.
Right, there's two little.
And
Twix
that was
thing.
it was kind of an arbitrary thing. But yet it was satisfying because you finish the first and then you go, oh, I got another one.
I know,
Fucking
makes
A.
you feel better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel thinner, too, when you're an adult. It's like, oh, I'm just going to have one.
Just have one of the two. I'll have 50 grand.
Yes.
I'm going to be generous and give the other 50 to some homeless guy.
And that
It
never
says
happens.
here on their Wikipedia that it only contains 190 calories.
What?
Yeah. 190
That's my
calories.
go-to.
I'd pay $100,000 for that.
Yeah, right? It was
That is remarkable.
created in 1966 and named after a series of successful game shows. Citation needed. So we'll see about that.
So is there like a Wheel of Fortune candy bar? A
It,
Wheel of Cheese.
it does not
Called the Wheel of
say.
Fortune.
Well, there was $100,000 pyramid.
100,000. Oh, maybe
time.
that's what it
Oh,
is. Yeah.
that was it.
And it was $100,000 bar it when I was young, and now it's the $100,000.
They made a change. They made like an official change. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we ponder that or just forget about it?
Why
I
do you
think
think they
maybe we should just move on.
We could move it. Well, let's say I prefer $100,000 bar.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. It just rolls off my tongue a little better.
100 grand. What are they trying to save time? What are we cool?
100K.
100K. Yeah. What is it eventually going to like
It's like
turn
Twitter
into?
followers.
Yeah. It's going to be eventually just the I make a nice living bar. That's what that's what people will call. Don't worry how much it costs. I'll be fine.
We do okay.
Yeah.
They just call it the 1%.
The 1% bar. Yeah.
The Bernie Sanders bar.
The Bernie Sanders bar. That's my Bernie Sanders impression, everybody.
And it's
1%.
as current as the day it was minted.
Earlier today.
Earlier today.
Yeah, the 100 grand bar, fantastic. You're all chocolate so far, though, Eden. You're
I'm a
all
girl.
Chocolate.
That's what keeps me alive.
Is that a fun
That's what
girl
keeps
thing?
me patient.
Yeah, your blood is mostly chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Your ecosystem inside looks
Yeah,
like
that
Willy Wonka's.
book, like Water for Chocolate.
Yeah,
It's like blood for chocolate.
like blood for chocolate.
Like chocolate for chocolate.
The 100 grand bar, excellent pick.
Thank you.
Excellent pick. Anything else to say? Any other?
It speaks for itself.
It does speak for itself. It does kind of lead. John, it is.
I got a blockbuster pick for my next one.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Let's drive to the blockbuster.
Let's do this.
It's time
Let's
for your
do this
third
thing.
pick.
Candy buttons. Okay, you know the ones on the paper?
Yes.
The paper, and you get like a roll of them. Come on.
That is a fun.
And they're
candy.
different colors, but they all taste the same.
It's like a metaphor for racism.
Yeah. Oh.
I love how I said it with a question. Being like, are people going to hate me for this?
I was always
They
so
might.
intrigued by candy buttons.
However,
Yes. Yeah.
they're like 20%. If you're eating one, it's like, 80% candy and then 20% paper.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you're ingesting paper.
Well, and the problem you have with that is
I don't know if that's good for the colon. I don't know.
For the
Well-
you're not eating the paper, right?
You are eating the paper.
well, because you pull them off, and there's
Right.
always a bunch of it
Always.
stuck
There's like a little
on-
residual paper.
Yes,
Can't
yes,
be
but
too
that
bad for paper fibers.
When I was a kid, I had salmonella.
Yeah.
So I remember when I was like, when I had candy buttons, I was like, Mom, get the paper off. I don't want to get some weird disease.
you had salmonella.
Yeah, when I was 4.
Oh,
Did you get it
no,
from Jack
I'm
in the
sorry.
Box?
I don't know what I think it was from chicken. Or I thought it might be cookie dough because I used to eat a lot of cookie dough, but they
Hell
kind of
yeah.
traced it and they think it was chicken.
Did you have to go to the hospital?
I did.
Oh my
Yikes.
goodness.
Yeah, I was in. It made me, but now I'm like, don't give me cookie dough. Cook it.
You became finicky.
Oh,
Cook it all the way.
wow.
Yeah.
Terrible thing to steal from a child. To
Yeah,
do a cookie
but it
dough.
made me really paranoid about food contamination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny thing is, as an adult, I couldn't care less all of a sudden.
yeah, right.
But as
yeah.
a kid, I'm like, no, I don't want the paper on my candy buttons.
Now you're just stealing crow eggs out of their nests and eating them in the wild.
Yeah, basically. I'm
That's
foraging my food. Oh, we have dinner plans? Let me go find it. Hold on.
Yeah, I got you. Candy buttons are another
Portable.
fun.
Yes, it's portable. It keeps itself together.
Yeah.
It's clean.
It doesn't stale very
It's like a
fast.
No, it
sugary
doesn't go
fruit.
stale.
It's like a sugary fruit flavor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, more sugary.
More
like
sugary
a,
than fruit,
I
yeah.
guess, I don't know, like frosting almost. Like
It is
little
frosting,
that's what
drops,
it
is.
I guess.
As an adult, do you know what seems acid? It just reminds me of
Oh,
when
yes,
you get
you're
acid.
right.
It's like a
Yes,
candy
it would
button.
seem like a... Well, yeah, and that may have been part of its allure. For
Absolutely,
me as
yeah.
a child. That
It kind of looks like a CVS receipt. No?
It does. If you
Now
get the
that you
With like a
mention it.
surprise, no?
that describes how we spend our
A
weekends.
Braille CVS receipt.
But
The blind can read it.
I like that it took a little while to ingest. You had to work your way down it. And it wasn't very much. Well, it actually isn't very much candy.
Yeah.
But because it was about process. It was about you wending your way along this path of candy. And I found that very satisfying.
It's the peel and eat shrimp of candy.
Yeah, exactly. Peel and eat. Now, I have to confess something. I've never walked into a candy store and made a beeline for the candy buttons.
Well, that's your big mistake.
That it might be I might need to rectify that.
You might.
I don't know, you've been jizzing over the Coke bottles, so
I make my way right for the gummies.
yeah.
Over and into, because they're a bottle, so you can. I think candy buttons need their own holiday. I think that's what it is.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think on Veterans Day.
Yeah, it's like Halloween, they don't really put candy buttons in your
Flag
bag.
Day.
It's like a loose piece of paper.
Yeah.
Because there's not like what is it, in plastic? I guess it is in plastic with a sheet
No,
in
it's
there.
perfect for tax day.
Oh, for tax day.
Because it looks like a receipt.
This is a huge idea. If you're at the Necco Corporation,
if you're an accountant.
There's a meeting where they're spitballing, going, I don't know what we can do. How do we do this, people? No bad ideas, people. Okay, hear me out. Tax day.
Tax day candy. Get your things and go. I love that idea. I think it's perfect for tax day. It does look like a receipt. You can get it on a big roll. Mm-hmm. We all wear green visors and we eat our candy buttons.
Do they do that today?
I don't know.
Makes it festive.
You never see someone with a green visor anymore.
Yes, what possible purpose could that have served?
I don't know.
I guess they knew math that way. I don't know. I should try it.
Well, but I mean, it would cast a green.
It would cast a green
glow on the paper. But why? Huh?
To remind you that you're dealing with money here. Yeah. Like, is that?
Well, maybe there was. I'm just thinking maybe there was a real utilitarian use for it. But is it like you're staring at papers
like horse
all
blinders?
day?
It's like, don't look at what's going on around you. Focus on your job.
Yeah.
This job
sucks. There's financial chicanery going on just out of your field of vision. Don't look at it.
There's people offering you bribes.
But
right
still shows your bald spot.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
That's
so they were. Would we like the answer? We might as well have the answer.
Oh, great. Okay.
They were worn by telegraphers, copy editors, and other engaged in vision-intensive, detail-oriented occupations to lessen eye strain due to early incandescent lights, which tended to be harsh. Which is why sometimes you'd see a banker's lamp, which would also have that green shade.
Ah.
Yeah. So it just sort of chilled everything out.
Okay, so there was a utilitarian use for it.
Couldn't they just dress up like Ducky and wear sunglasses?
That's the easy choice.
And solve
Just
every
get the
problem.
circular sunglasses and the pork pie hat. You're good to fucking go. Bolo tie is an option.
Totally.
It's just a bonus.
Oh, that's right when you wore the bolo tie. I got an accountant. He's great, but he dresses like Ducky for some reason. He's fantastic.
Work. It's weird. I don't know.
He got me $35,000 back this year. He's crazy good.
Good guy though.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy.
So the serpentine. Which way does the
You go
serpentine
again.
go now?
It's
I go
on you.
again.
It's your
Holy
fourth pick.
fuck!
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop. Absolutely. I never made it without biting.
Because that was my favorite Halloween go-to, because you always knew because you actually got a legit Tootsie Pop in your bag.
Yeah.
And it was super easy to just find it, pop it, and you were on your way.
You could immediately knew what it was.
Just
You knew it was
dig it in the
your
bag,
hand.
not take it, not waiting to go home, none of that shit.
Maybe not your favorite candy, but you knew it was a good one.
Well, but also the orange, yes. But the orange, I didn't love the grape, but the orange flavor.
No one likes the grape.
I was a grape guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't mind the grape.
That tang. But see, when the grape segued into the caramel / chocolate,
an awkward transition.
It was an awkward transition.
It was a weird handing off of power.
I like the red one.
The red one, cherry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also good, but you were an orange man.
I was an orange man.
Yeah.
Because what's the orange chocolate candy? The liqueur.
Chocolate and oranges. Oh.
Yeah. Come on. It starts with an
Grand
M.
Marnier.
Thank
Yes.
you. See?
Yep.
See?
I don't drink liquor. I just know it.
You know about it.
Yes.
I dip my crepes in it. It's really good with crepes.
Oh, that is delicious.
They serve it in France. Yeah.
You just got this little smile like, I'm fancy.
I'm fancy schmancy like that.
Yeah.
I don't drink my liquor. I eat it.
Yeah.
I went to Cotillion.
Yeah,
and wore
you did.
gloves.
Yeah. Cotillion, they taught us about all of the Marniers, not just the grand ones. So for you, not so fancy, your Grand Marnier was an orange Tootsie Pop in your bag.
Which and again, how many licks? There was always that bit of
Iconic
conjecture.
commercial.
Exactly.
I love
And
those
They
commercials.
still play that commercial.
Yes, if it ain't broke, I never made it without biting. We all think of owls as these white. Oh no, that was the turtle that did that, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
No,
yes.
it's the owl.
Turtle
One,
said no.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3, and he
Yeah.
acted like that was the right answer.
You rolled the tongue so nicely.
1, 2,
3.
3. Yeah. This poor kid, he's handing out candy, and all these animals were just eating it. An owl and his fucking
What a
candy.
You got an owl that's a wise ass. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
yeah, I'll show you how many licks. 3, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you want to know how to pick up that girl? Let me go talk to her. And he walks out of the bar with her. The Tootsie Pop is good. Have you ever in your life, and be honest, actually sucked it all the way down to the Tootsie, or have you always bitten it?
I have. I've sucked it down.
You've gotten down to the Tootsie.
I'm not a fan of the biting.
I have gotten down to where there was a thin film
Yes.
of the very thin film and then bitten that.
Yeah.
But I've never successfully
been able to get it
completely
in the
gotten
Tootsie.
rid of the, yeah.
You're a better person
A
than
patient
us,
woman.
Ian. Yeah, you are a stronger woman than we.
Not jawbreaker patient. Let's
Not jobber. Well, no, you're not an insane person.
But Tootsie Pop patient?
The Tootsie Pop is delicious. That's an excellent pick. I want to hate these picks, but the problem is we're drafting candy.
Did you just win over your wife with the bouquet? Have you seen the bouquet?
Oh yeah, they do have
What
they-
is this?
Tootsie
What?
Pop bouquets.
Yeah.
What? What is this
They're
madness?
fun.
Yeah, they have like longer stems, right?
Oh,
Yeah, so there's like
okay.
can be a bunch of
And
them.
you have all the flavors,
Yeah.
including the grape ones. Yeah.
Also for Halloween, can I say, you put a little tissue on there on a Tootsie Pop, and a little like you put a bread tie or whatever. It looks like a
a
little
bread
ghost.
tie.
It
Oh,
looks
you
like
know,
a little...
bread tie. You tie a loaf
What
of
have you
bread
been
with
looking
it?
at Pinterest? What's wrong?
I'm from Portland, all right? The whole town's a Pinterest.
I know.
Yeah.
The whole
Got it.
town's
So
a
you-
mason jar.
You put something
Put
over
a piece
it.
of tissue or
Yes.
like toilet paper, and like you drape it over it, and then with a little marker, you put little
put in
eyes
little
on
eyes.
it, and then it looks like a little ghost. You have
And
a
you've
little
got a
ghost
handle
stick.
on your... Oh,
Yeah.
that is totally a Pinterest
It's
thing.
a little
Told
Pinteresty
you.
thing. We've been doing it pre-Pinterest, but it's like a fun little Halloween ghost thing.
If you go to Michael's and
Yeah.
glue gun some googly eyes,
You're taking it to the next
I'm
level.
just trying, yeah.
it's the whole
Do that
Michael's
to
plug.
a candy corn, but if it's a food you're actually going to eat, yeah. So Tootsie Pop, very versatile Halloween candy. Excellent pick, Eden. Mm-hmm. It is your turn to make an excellent pick. It is your fourth pick, coming off the heels of your shocking 100 grand bar pick.
Okay. I'm going to go with a peanut M&M.
The peanut M&M,
Not the normal M&M, the peanut M&M.
the big yellow
I
guy.
don't like normal peanut M&Ms. I
You
know,
don't like
shocking.
a normal M&M?
It's boring. It's not good chocolate.
Yeah.
It's kind of unnecessary. But the peanut M&M is special.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's heartier than like a normal peanut butter because it's a real peanut, which is the only endearing quality.
You
And
seem
it's got
to have mixed feelings
Well, I
about
love
this.
it. I love
You're
it.
Still,
No, I love it. And it's so good with popcorn too.
This is a lot of your candy
I
hinges
know.
on its ability to blend in
It's
with
similar
popcorn.
to a goober, which I love goobers.
Yeah.
But it's got that candy shell
Yes.
that makes it extra fun. Mm-hmm. And it
So
comes
it's the
in
candy
fun
shell.
colors.
You like you like a chocolate covered peanut, but the candy shell texture does a little extra for
It's
you.
a little extra.
Are you worried that in the commercials he's portrayed as a doofus and a simpleton?
Yeah,
the
but
Lenny.
he's J.K. Simmons though in the commercial.
Wait, is it J?
Yes.
Oh, wait, J.K. Simmons is the.
Yes, of course.
Is he really?
Wait, the little one's a smart ass.
The little one's the smart ass, the red one,
Yeah.
and then the big yellow one is Lenny from Of Mice and Men, right?
No, it's J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons voices the other
Yeah,
one.
go. You have a computer,
It
mister.
seems like an odd choice.
like an oaf.
Yeah, he does.
J.K. Simmons is the voice of the.
He's also the Oscar-winning actor of Whiplash.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, if this is fake, it's going to be such a. Holy shit, you're right.
I was right.
Oh my god, I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
I know my talking.
How the
candy.
fuck is J.K. Simmons the voice of the yellow M&M? I guess it started when he didn't have too much going on.
Or this could have been a lucrative gig. They could have been
been.
saying, well, okay, guys, what are we going to do to get J.K. Simmons to be the voice of our...
Do you know who it was doing
M&M.
the yellow M&M before J.K. Simmons?
Who?
John Goodman.
Oh, weird.
This is what I'm saying. They're going... They had some...
Oh no, they're gonna call you next.
I know.
Prestige. You're the next yellow M&M.
I don't know. Suddenly the yellow guy's just going to be kind of anxious
Yeah.
and, you know... he's-
Hey
he's
guys,
a little bit of a wise
I think we should skedaddle, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, I hope not. I hope
Oh
not.
my god.
That'd be a great thing.
Okay. You got me.
I'll
do it.
Where's the contract?
Okay.
Dude, your daughter's gonna be so famous in school, being like, guys, my dad is an M&M. That's what my dad does for a living. He is a candy.
There's been some interesting M&M voices. The red one has been Billy West, the famous voice actor.
From Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy, Futurama. He's Bender, of course. John Lovitz has played the red M&M.
Well,
what a great cast of characters.
Yeah. Vanessa Williams is the brown M&M, which it's like,
well,
do they
know
have
what
to?
I'm saying?
They have to really.
It makes sense, but they made the brown M. They had to use the black lady for the brown M&M. They're candies, but whatever.
What are they gonna do? Use Margaret Cho?
I'm just glad she's getting work.
Yes. Hey, Vanessa Williams is the bomb.
Yes.
I'm
She's
just
great.
going to say
She
that.
is rad.
I
And
don't know.
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful and takes no shit.
Is this all? I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you, I was hanging out with Rick Fox, who was her boyfriend for a while, and the former LA Laker. Anyway, so but no, we have mutual friends.
Absolutely. You live in LA. I was going to judge if you're friends with Rick
But
Fox.
she's a remarkable lady, just tough as fucking nails,
More
and
ladies
gorgeous.
like her.
Yeah.
And gorgeous. I got nothing but love for Vanessa.
Fuck it.
Williams.
Shout out to Vanessa Williams.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
only eating brown M&Ms from now on.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a statement.
To honor Vanessa.
You and Led Zeppelin, right?
See,
Yeah.
honestly, I do prefer though the brown ones.
Really?
You know
Yeah.
there's
no taste.
You know there's no
difference.
difference.
I know.
When you go brown, you never. Wait a minute. That didn't make any sense.
Have you guys seen the wedding planner or the wedding planner with Jennifer Lopez?
No, I have not
No,
seen it.
I have not seen it.
Yeah.
She has this thing where, Matthew McConaughey has this thing where he only eats the brown ones because he figures it has less artificial coloring because chocolate's already brown. So he feels better about it.
And you've adopted this as a
So
personal
I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to listen to the rom-coms. They know what they're talking about.
Specifically McConaughey and
'Cause-
said rom-com.
Because Pretty in Pink didn't lie either.
Yes. We filled your head full of foolish dreams.
Yes, totally.
Love is real. All that. No,
But yeah, peanut M&Ms.
peanut butter M&Ms. That's
Not
that's-
peanut butter.
Peanut. I'm sorry, because there are peanut butter M&Ms.
I know. Those not so great.
Wait,
Peanut.
there are?
There are peanut
There
butter
are.
M&Ms.
And they come in an
my
orange
God.
pack.
Yeah. And there's pretzel M&Ms, which are also really good.
They're fine. I miss the crispy ones, to be
Yes,
honest.
crispy M&Ms were also good. But you took peanut M&Ms, and now it is time for my fourth pick. Coming off the heels of my universally acclaimed candy corn pick, which everybody was on board with and celebrated. I think, okay, I'm gonna go with another possibly controversial one. I'm gonna take the Twizzler.
I knew it. I knew it would be like a licoricey thing.
Taking the Twizzler.
Wait, which Twizzler?
Taking the classic cherry red Twizzler.
Yes.
Yes. Some people are
I'm
red
on board
vine
with
people.
that, and they're stupid.
They're fucking wrong.
They're fucking wrong.
Those things taste like rubber.
Yes.
I don't like them. I don't like their texture. The Twizzler texture is superior. The flavor is superior.
Absolutely.
Everything about a Twizzler I prefer to a red vine. And I like a Twizzler. I like a licorice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't like licorice.
You don't like any of them. So you don't even like, you're not a red vine person.
No, I thought that's really an accountant thing. Oh, there's like hey, John, there's a pack of red vines from Costco in the break room.
Yeah. Red vine is like the candy that Office Max probably sells the most of.
Also, very popular in writers' rooms, I've noticed.
Yes, inexplicably.
Yeah, they
and
are.
supposedly the Dr. Pepper combination with the red vines is delicious and wrong, by the way.
Wrong.
Everybody who says this is wrong. But you can use the Twizzler and suck. You bite
straw.
off each end and
Yeah.
use it
This I
as
like.
a straw.
This I like.
So
which
middle
is
school dance.
innovative.
It is middle school dance.
But the cherry the Twizzlers that I guess they're not technically cherry, but they're sure delicious.
Yeah.
But the red vines also taste they taste like cough syrup.
They
to
do
me.
taste crap, and they almost have a powdery feeling to them.
Yes. No.
Like Robitussin.
Yeah.
No. Thank you.
Knock it off with the red vines.
No.
How do you guys feel about licorice? So that's my pick. I'm not taking a black licorice, but where do you guys fall on black licorice?
I like it.
I
I
do
like
too.
it. I'm not nuts about it, and I
Yeah.
can't take a whole lot of it.
It's a strong flavor.
It's a strong flavor.
Even you're out on that, it feels like
I don't-
especially.
No.
Have you
We lost
noticed
you.
I'm not a bit, like the gummier it gets, the more I'm like,
You're more on the chocolate side of life.
Yeah, I do like some gummies. Like, I
Yeah.
love sharks. I love me my sour rings and sour whatevers.
Yeah.
and those belts.
We heard your shark anti-Coke bottle propaganda earlier on the podcast.
Right.
That's etched in his memory.
I like the bears. Love the bears.
The bears are good too. You bite the head off and then one of the arms.
I like the clear ones. You know.
Oh, the kind of
the pineapple-y.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Mm-hmm. But no, I don't.
I don't like pineapple flavor.
You don't?
Actually,
oh.
No.
Well,
so you can have all those if we ever split.
You can have all the red vines I find in every single writer's room ever.
No, I don't want the red vines. I want the Twizzlers.
Right.
No, exactly.
I had, real quick, just one last thing about licorice, and then we'll move on. I went to a World Market once.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, they'll have like candy from all over the world there. And I got like this German kind of black licorice. And I grabbed the bag. I was like, I'll check this out. They're like these little black licorice bites. And I opened them up, and they were so gross. So
the Nazis.
Insanely gross. It was. They were coming back for one more Jew. They were like salted licorices, and then they almost had this
That
like
actually sounds kind of good.
ammonia-y flavor to them.
Oh, that's not
and I would bite one and blanch and just like make like a bitter beer face. It was the grossest thing. And then 30 seconds would go by. And I would have to eat another
one.
I would have to just do it. Until they were like almost. And I thought it was maybe just me and having like an oral fixation or whatever it was. And then I would have like friends in the car. I'd be like, do me a favor. And it's going to be gross.
Try this.
Try this black licorice. And they would try it and they'd be like, oh, fuck you. It's gross. It's terrible. And then 30 seconds would go by. And without fail, they'd be like digging their hand back in there. There's something weird about them. They're like these insanely addictive black licorice
This is
bites.
the cutting of like.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Actual heroin.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably were. They're probably like a German opiate that they're not even supposed to sell at World Market. But I just couldn't stop eating them. So I'm
Gross, Ian.
It is gross, but I could not do it. So given my druthers, and I'm a man who loves to have his druthers, I would go with a Twizzler. But there is that one black licorice out there.
Do you remember the name of it?
No.
So we know
I'll at you on Twitter.
It's an actual German licorice.
Yes.
Okay.
I have, in fact, because of that same bag that I bought, it wasn't even that big. I haven't finished it all the way.
Okay.
So I've managed to break the cycle. I'll take a picture. I'll send it to you in case you want to get yourself.
It's a special
involved.
Nazi licorice. It's Das Judenkiller or
Das
something
Juden-
like
Das
that.
Judenkiller. Das Judenpanzer. It's weird. It's this weird chain letter that you write to your own mouth with candy because you just like keep going. What's going to happen if I stop eating?
Death wish.
All right. So that was my fourth pick, and since it is Serpentine, it is also time, sadly, for my final pick
of
the candy draft. And I'm gonna go out of left field with this one. You've
had some freaky fucking ones already.
There's been some freaky ones. And this last one I'm gonna pick I think is gonna justify the rest of my list, by the way. Because what I'm going to pick is a candy that I think is everywhere. It is called the Chiba Chew. It is a marijuana candy.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It is a marijuana medicated candy.
Is that fair?
Oh, okay.
Available. Is it fair? You tell me.
Hand it out at Halloween and we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. With the Glendale police knocking on my door. It's available in indica and sativa. It's delicious. It's easy to fly with.
Oh, really?
It's
What
very
a
easy
straight
to
man
fly
I am. I don't know what the hell indica is.
Indica is more of a body high.
Okay.
I'm not some big weed guy, by the way. I just learned this indica in the couch. So it's more of a body lock. You don't want to get up. And then sativa is more up in your head.
That's what I heard.
It'll like you don't try to write on sativa. It'll come out all weird. But you can write on an indica.
Not stevia,
at least
right?
For me.
Yes, it's stevia.
Stevia.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's easy to travel with because it just looks like a little piece of candy. You can just put it in like another candy wrapper.
Give it to a baby?
You can give it to
Sure.
a baby. You can,
what could
you
go
can feed
wrong?
it to a police dog and then run the
so
other
dangerous
direction.
with kids in the house.
Huh?
That's so dangerous with kids in the house.
It would be more dangerous with kids. You'd have to keep it in a small box. But it says Chiba Chew right there on the side of it.
What kid
Which
doesn't know the
sounds
difference?
adorable.
It does sound like a Japanese
great
candy.
to me.
But they're good too. It's not like an overwhelming weed flavor. So
Perfect for kids if you want them to mellow out.
Listen, I clearly am not the man in here I'm not thinking about children. I can barely even convince a woman, you know what I mean, to marry me.
I just think of
Barely.
I'm just thinking about
I don't have a wife
this in
either.
terms. I'm thinking this in terms of what you're giving to kids on Halloween. That's
Yeah.
why.
No,
So don't give that.
This one's for Daddy on Halloween.
Oh boy.
My Halloween costume is a guy who just ate a Chiba Chew. Yeah, by the way. That's what I'm going with. And now that you think about the fact that I'm eating a Chiba Chew, the Twizzler makes sense. The candy corn makes sense. The gummy
It ties
Coke
them
bottle.
all beautifully together.
This
And
is
then
that whole.
Butterfingers
This is the
for
end of that
everybody.
sitcom where like now I get the point of why they didn't cancel the show.
That's how I met your mother.
Exactly.
Yes, so that's me. And by the way, I've sampled. Maybe I do smoke too much weed. I've sampled several different weed candies, and a lot of them just taste way too
Terrible,
much. There's like weed peach rings that I've had,
Ew.
and they taste too much like weed. And it's just like a shitty version of whatever that candy was supposed to be. But this one, it's actually pretty good. I performed, real quick tangent, then we'll move on from my pick. When I was coming up in Portland, I would perform at these shows at like a medical marijuana place before, you would do shows there, and they would give you weed food. I had like weed angel food cake and like weed soup. Like they would feed you that. They're like, here, eat the. And it was always gross. So mad respect, and it was always a terrible place to perform because the people would hang out at like a medical marijuana, they usually had terminal illnesses or like actually needed it,
no.
like in Oregon. So it was nice that you were doing like comedy for them, but you were like looking at it and it's like all these like very like kind of sad people, and you're like, oh man, like this is and they were also, that wasn't even the big barrier. That was fine. The big barrier was that everyone had been stoned all day. And so they're a terrible audience.
They're a terrible
Exactly.
audience.
Yeah,
So they don't like if you have a joke that's longer than 14 seconds.
You need a
they're
drunk
They're
audience, not a
on
stoned
the-
one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that concludes my portion of the draft. Eden, it is time for your fifth and final pick. Where are you going with it?
Okay. I thought about it,
Yes.
and I don't know if you guys remember this, and I don't even know if it has a name, but it's the caramel apple pop.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
Excellent pick. I thought of that
So
when
good.
John was mentioning the
Oh
sugar
wait,
daddy.
yes, it was a Charms lollipop. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
It's flat.
Yes.
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 I love that it
was
flat.
delicious. Yes.
It fit in my purse. It still fits. There's 10 in my purse right now.
No, break them out, baby.
We should have brought candy out for this
Break
draft.
them
Yeah.
out.
It was good if you lived in LA again because it's like the Twix tended to melt. If
Yeah.
you're sitting in the car, if you forgot about it. Again, the Kit Kats die.
Yes.
And that one just perfect all the time.
That one you could like suck to a point of sharpness if you like licked it in the right way.
You have to lick it the right way, yeah.
You could attack somebody with it because it was so.
There's your sword.
It was so rigid. It was
Back to your Butterfinger days.
weapon oriented. But you could, and it like the sugar daddy, it could get stuck to the roof of your mouth. Mm-hmm. It was an airtight.
It was the best
candy.
of all worlds.
Yeah,
A little bit of Sugar Daddy because it had the caramel, and then a little bit of the Tootsie Pop because it had the candy, and
that apple part of it was so good.
it was tangy and sweet, just like a caramel apple should be,
Absolutely,
and misfigured,
it is misfit. Yeah,
but still
Looks like-
tasted the same. Again, a metaphor.
There was something. They seemed almost a little more like artisan because no two were the same. You know, there was
little
no
misshapen.
uniformity because
Yeah.
they all had like a different sort of caramel dip.
It was like a French casserole or
right,
something.
exactly.
It's my artisan caramel apple
Each caramel apple pop was one of one. Yeah,
made by Charms.
made by Charms. Well,
That's a beaut.
that's a
You just
beauty of
pulled
a
that
pick.
out of the ether of time.
Pull that in my
Yeah.
purse because it fit in there.
You pull it right out of the purse of time.
It does fit in a wallet comfortably.
It could fit in your front pocket. It's a
Yeah.
very versatile candy.
Not like like a Tootsie Pop. If you put it in your pocket,
It's painful. It's
looks funny on
it's
your butt.
working your
You can feel
glute.
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're going to get like a sciatic condition, and then you go to the doctor, and the
Got a
doctor's
butt
like,
dent.
all right, we fixed you. Here's another Tootsie Pop. And it starts all over again.
The
Yeah.
Why did
cycle
they give you that?
continues.
I don't
funny.
know. I think you candy the doctor.
Yeah.
Caramel apple pop, amazing
That's
pick.
Yeah.
Jon Cryer,
I can't top that.
You can't top that,
I can't top that.
but you
I
can't
mean,
take us home.
But I can take you home with a semi-obscure candy
Okay.
that required a certain application. There was a certain process to it. Again, you get that it's all about a journey
Yes.
for me. Fun Dip.
Yeah.
Where you get like a candy stick that's a white candy, but I don't know what type of candy it is actually.
It's almost incidental.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you lick it. You lick the candy, and then you jam it in the pack with the pixie dust. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like a pixie stick dust. and then you lick it off of the thing, but you get the flavor of the candy as well as the flavor of the pixie dust.
It was very disgusting if you think of the anatomy of it. Like, let's use our own spit to pick up more candy.
And they would. Sometimes they leaned into the ground, like there'd be a
spit on
toe
this
shaped
edible
one later on.
stick
But
and dip it in sugar.
the Fun Dip, that's a delicious candy. It was. It did cut through because Pixie Stick on its own, little intense.
And it was too tart.
Little intense.
It was,
and tart.
It was painful in some
And that
degree.
gave it a good baseline. Eden, you're very chocolate oriented. What is your take on the Fun Dip?
I like Fun Dip.
You liked it?
But again, it's terribly messy. You can't handshake anyone after that.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm going to take my Fun Dip out. Like, let me just take this edible stick that I spit on to pick up more sugar and put that in my mouth and then give you a handshake. Like, it's just
You're way more
not as
considerate.
Well, no,
poppable.
you keep one half sort of dryish.
Yeah.
Did you just not do it right? Did you
Are
lick
you
the
just
whole
licking your
thing?
finger and dipping it in the Pixies?
And then, that's cheating.
I used to do the sugar packets as a kid,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like bored at the table.
Oh yeah.
Your own
It seems
Fun
like
Dip.
that. I feel like the creator of it was like, well, why don't we just do that thing we used to do as kids, but like add a stick to it?
It maybe was. He probably saw like a young Eden Dranger at like a cafe someplace, just going ham on some sugar.
But why aren't I
packets.
getting a cut out of this?
I don't
want
know.
royalties.
You need to talk to your people.
But I like that it was a process that you had your little and it came in a pack that was a pressed paper pack where they had one compartment for the stick and then the other compartment for the powder, and you would rip open both things and both sides, and you would take the stick out and then dip it in the other side, retaining the old compartment for storage of the stick if it got too wet and saliva-y.
It sounds like an IKEA assembly line.
It is. By the way,
this is
good
a lot of
candy at
work.
IKEA. John, you have the Fun Dip and the candy buttons. You have yours.
I was trying to
There's a
mix it
little
up
more
because
process
you were
in
hitting
there.
all the chocolates.
The good ones.
You went hard chocolate.
No. I mean, chocolate is an easy choice.
I know. It's like a cheap laugh. Wasn't
Coward's
it?
choice.
Yes, it's the coward's choice.
It's like my hack joke.
A not coward's choice would be those cowards violet candies.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
The irony being that they wouldn't be the coward's choice.
The bravest pick possible, other than the candy corn.
Who named their company Cowards?
Cowards?
That's it. That's the name of the company. Got it.
It was somebody in the dorm in School Ties who just wasn't the racist.
The
Who just overheard a cowards,
non-racist.
huh? Yeah.
The one black guy.
Yeah. Well, Fun Dip, I think it's an amazing pick. I've
pick.
indulged in a Fun Dip or two in my day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's reminiscent. It's like the sweet version of dipping a corn dog in some ketchup.
Sure.
We were all thinking it.
That's not what I thought of, but
We were all
okay.
thinking, especially Eden. That was Eden's main thought. Corn dog oriented. Guys, an amazing draft. Really quick. First, is there anything left to say about the Fun Dip?
I can think of nothing.
Who could say more? I mean,
Exactly.
we've said it
I
all.
think we've just filleted it and
Let's-
left it
Spit it out,
spat
literally.
on the table.
It's spat back on the table. Here are to go over the picks. Jon Cryer, you started with the Sugar Daddy. And then you went with the specifically fun-sized Three Musketeers.
I stand by this.
And then the Candy Buttons,
Still there.
Tootsie Pop,
Boom.
and then brought it all home with the Fun Dip.
Yeah.
Eden Dranger,
Yep.
you opened up with the Whoppers. By the way, it's really quick. You know what's a fun way to say Whoppers? Whoppers.
You did it. Yes.
Yeah.
Another fun way, Maltesers.
Maltesers. And then you went to Twix, the 100-gram bar, peanut M&Ms, and then brought it home with the caramel apple pop. I started off with Butterfingers, and then went gummy Coke bottles, candy corn,
Yeah.
Twizzlers, and then the
Yeah.
Chiba Chew. I hate my list. I hate
So
it.
curious to hear the results of this.
I was all flash. I was all sizzle, no steak on my list. But it's it. We left some interesting candy on the board. We did. We
did.
left the Snickers, Pop Rocks. I
Pop
thought maybe
Rocks.
Pop Rocks
Oh
were
my
gonna go.
gosh. Yes.
Skittles.
Does Mentos count?
Mentos does count. Starburst.
Starburst.
The
Oh
pink
God,
Starburst.
I was addicted to the orange Starburst. Again with the orange. For
Oh
me,
yeah,
for
you
some
like the
reason.
orange.
I
I
don't
was
know
a
what
pink
my
Starburst.
citrus.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Pink is kind of almost the hack flavor.
Forgot
I
about
like.
the Skittles, the very Donald Trumpy Skittles.
The Skittles, yeah.
The bowl of
Tic Tacs.
refugees,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not.
Oh God, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not going to let him poison my candy.
I was so mad at that. Yeah.
Exactly. No.
Taste the rainbow.
Like they were everybody was saying, I wonder, if he loses, if he'll concede the election. Fuck him.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't give a shit what he has to
We move
say.
on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
if he
we
loses,
move on.
fuck him.
Well,
Fuck
eat
him.
nasty Skittles. Lots
Yeah.
of nasty Skittles.
Yes.
And then one that I almost picked, which also would have been a total asshole pick, Big League Chew.
Oh, no.
I know it's gum, but I ate it like candy. Little fat kid.
Gum counts.
Guys, I want to thank you so much
Thank you.
for being a part of the Candy All Fantasy Everything draft. Once again, Eden, they can find you on Twitter at, is it just at Eden?
Yeah, _eats.
Eden
Or if you
_ eats.
if you look up my name, just pop up there.
Yes,
It
the
happens.
only Eden Dranger on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Jon Cryer, JON.
Yes, there are other Jon Cryers, actually.
There are?
Well, one of them is my uncle. And so
JOHN or JON for him?
JON, yeah.
JON as well.
Yeah.
You get Junior in that instance or no?
No.
You don't?
No,
Good, good.
I'm just me.
Junior Mints, another one.
Junior Mints were good.
Jesus.
We didn't do any mint candies.
This has been a fiasco.
Guys,
this
we'll
is a debacle. We need another one.
We'll off air. We'll draft another 10, 15 rounds. Guys, thank you so much
you.
for participating.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for listening. If you got the time right now, please go to iTunes and like and subscribe us. Give us a rating, 5 stars. I won't settle for anything less. We gave you 5 rounds. Give us a star for each round. I'm just kidding. Give us whatever you want. And thank you so much for listening. Tune in again next Thursday for another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything.
That was a HeadGum podcast.